To sit back and be like, nobody noticing me. I'm just this smooth guy running off with the money.
Current location 01010 Matrix Boulevard, somewhere in the American Society. Manifesto. Head west on Memory Lane toward North Babylon Trail for 0.3 miles. Turn left onto less traveled road in 700 feet. Turn right onto BLK Privilege Boulevard in 0.1 miles.
I try to tell them to follow the big dip, enticing by the ice on the side of a big ship. And now you get the true definition of big drip. The marathon.
Your destination will be on the right.
You must have thought that we was coming the same. I let your mama, she the one who to blame.
Shabbat shalom, gods and goddesses.
This is Mojaki.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Wise Magi Godcast. Today we are here with Empire, Professor Ras Natty.
My screen. Consistency, man. That's the word of the show today. So keep that in mind every time I'm speaking. Just remember, just consistency. That's the only way to really make anything happen, man. I see a lot of people, they start stuff. Most people, what they say? I think they say damn near. I know way over 50% of first year businesses fail. Right. The main reason why it fails is because inconsistency. Right. When I say inconsistency, I mean the most inconsistent shits I'll be ever seeing. Right. I don't know. It's even hard for me to kind of even explain this shit because earlier I remember telling Empress something like this, saying, "Yo, the thing with this whole man and woman relationship is what we really forget, right? Is a lot of the time we look at it as, yo, man did this and left. I'm always contrary to that point, right? I'm always like, I don't know. I've been in a lot of situations where people just don't listen, right? So I don't know who didn't say anything or who did say anything, right? I'm not really here to judge. It's like nigga being a hearing officer, nigga, and I come in and let you know, yo, we only trying to decide who did some fuck shit, right? So I'm not really here to judge a lot of the other small shit because it's a certain date that I'm going forward from. So I don't know, bro, but inconsistent shit is the reason why a lot of, and I'm just speaking personally from, not personally, but in my personal opinion, maybe I should say that, right? Because I didn't really do the stats based on demographics. I just was like, yo, first year businesses, right? It was like, yo, damn near 90% of the shit's fail. Right, as a venture capitalist, right, you expect to hit 1 out of 25. So you just got to consistently do the right thing. But most people don't. Hey, that's neither here nor there, right? Because everybody, right, everybody, like I'm gonna tell you, everybody makes a bet and they got to land it, right? So you would never, ever see me come on here. Man, what is going on? Let me play this little clip for y'all, bro, because I'm angry right now. No, let me play this clip really fast, though. Now, let me throw my headset on to make sure that I sound normal, bro. Yo, yeah, I sound pretty normal. Okay. Matter of fact, let me see if this will fleck me out. The reason why I'm doing this is because my joint swing's making a weird noise. I don't really like it. Okay, that sound yeah, I still got one earphone, but that's not gonna hurt me. Not gonna hurt me at all. But yeah, let me play this thing because I really want y'all to understand what I'm standing on as far as what losers lose. The brother went as far as to explain that he was like, some people basically look at it as, if you lose, you want to lose, right? You basically attracted it to yourself.
Emphasize that again, because people are not in trading just to minimize risk. People get into trading for all kinds of reasons, whether it's for the money or the prestige or the power, whatever's attached to it. In fact, there's some people that say that you're always getting what you want from markets, particularly at Dakota. The idea that if people are losing, they want to lose. Now, people don't like this idea at all. But let's look at it a different way. Let's look at it through the eyes of Larry Hite. When Larry they said, do you have any war stories, Larry? Tell us what happened, tell about this trade and that trade. And Larry goes, I don't trade for drama. I trade to make money. All the trades I make are the same.
One thing I'm gonna tell you about the Most High, he always helps me out because I just pop up. I just drag the shit to a point and just stop it. Whatever plate I was gonna use it. That was my example. So Most High was gonna always help me out. But this is perfect, right? Because I was talking about consistency, and that's exactly what the brother just spoke on right now. Consistency in the way you make trades, consistency in the way you execute trade, consistency in the way that you view trades. Right? It's all about consistency. When he explained just now, he was in that. Because this is how he started off first. He was saying people like Ed Secoda. Ed Secoda is one of the great traders out here also. Matter of fact, when I first was like researching, because I don't know how y'all trade. I want a lot of y'all suck. But when I first started trading, I was going through different people. Like, oh, I like his game. I like to do it. And I just went through, put everybody in my little watch list, and I went through and watched everybody. And I remember Ed Secoda sticking out, right? But the brother Ed Sakota said this in particular. The brother Ed Sakota says that losers lose. You know what? Broke people are broke. I don't know if Ed Sakota said that one, but I said that one. Right? Lazy people are lazy. Just what it is, right? A person that's not lazy don't get lazy results. Right. I came on here and I kept on talking about incantation. I'm like, yo, it's too much feminine energy in the world where I'm hearing manifestation, right? And I've never seen that shit get anything done. And it's inconsistent, right? And it's super inconsistent because you manifest it on days that it's just a random fucking day, right? It's a day that comes, oh, snap, something's in the sky. Let's do some manifestation work today. I don't believe in that. I firmly don't believe in none of that stuff. And if you ever know anybody from Black Wallstreet Bets, it's literally from Black Wallstreet Bets, real people from Black Wallstreet Bets, they don't believe in that type of nonsense, right? They only believe in consistency, right? Because I come on this one, I'm always pushing back against like stupid arguments. Like I hear people say, "Yo, hard work beat talent. Your talent fails to work hard." Well, he's not really talented, right? Or you feel me? Like I don't really get that narrative. But now, as I'm around people a lot more, you'll see, yo, maybe they have gifts, but they're just inconsistent. I don't know if that make them talented, though. More so, they have an aptitude for something. Like a talented trader, he's a talented trader. Like, it's nothing about hard work, because he's worked hard. That's why he's a talented trader. That person you see and has things that you can say, oh, man, if you really focused in, like you feel me, you will have to almost convey an idea to them that they need to do something more than what their self is. So they're not really talented, right? You, as somebody with talent, kind of know how to view talent, so you put talent on people, right? But that don't necessarily transfer over to their talent. Right, it's just like a cold seed. Like he's like, yo, that got the same build as me. I remember I was sorry. I remember at one point I didn't pay attention. Like, you know, a lot of people use these. I didn't pay attention. I remember, blah, blah, blah. I remember I used to trade. I used to always lose. Everybody got these things. But what separates the great from the people that quit is the consistency. Somebody that's doing something consistent understand why everything happened. Majority of everybody out here on the planet trading, living, everything they do in life, right, is inconsistent. If they fuck up right here, they don't know why they fucked up. They can fuck up. I'm talking about, I've seen people fuck up 10 times in a row and make not one changes because they don't understand what they're doing. What they do is they get flustered in situations and they fuck up more situations. We got to kind of understand life, right? I want everybody 2022 to 2022. Think about this. This is 2, right? It's a 0 and it's 2. It's all 2s, bro. Only thing you should be doing this year is focusing on you. Nobody should focus on nobody at all this year. This should be an Ayn Rand year. All what they say, altruistic. That shit is out the window. None of that type of behavior this year. No. Everybody will be super selfish this year because I want to try something different. Because people pretend like they've been helping people and they've been fucking everybody up. In my honest opinion, I think everybody that helps fuck people up. So. And it's not, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it like that, right? Because I listen to a lot of people talk that's within the game, and they say, you want to say you a VC. There's founders out there. You don't want to motherfucking give them a bunch of fish so they don't never have to fish again. So yeah, he explained that you want to teach people how to fish. You don't want to give them so much fish that they never have to actually learn the skill. And that's the thing with most of these people out here. Like I told y'all last cast, I said, yo, upwards of 85% of the stocks, all shares of all stocks are owned by upper middle class. Upper middle class is the majority of the stocks go. But some rich people, they come in and throw some money in there, let some money work for them too. They throw some money. You feel me? They throw money different places too. But as far as like how the middle class build wealth, it's continuously investing. Consistency. Consistency. Same thing that got to do with anything as far as 401k, anything you do in life, bro. If you consistently do it, if you want to get good at a sport, you consistently do it. If you want to have a terrible relationship, you consistently do it. If anything you want to do in life, you consistently do. What one of my favorite rappers say, keep doing that shit you're doing, see where it gets you. And that could be nothing bad, because if you're doing nothing but positive, you're like, man, I can't wait to see what this shit get me. Keep doing that shit you're doing, see where it gets you. Keep doing that shit you're doing, see where it gets you. The man said too many pictures. What he said, too many pictures on shirts, now I get the picture. Something to that effect. So he flipped it into a bad thing, right? Because usually when people say that to people, it's negative. So the only thing that we do consistently as humans is negativity. That's weird to say to you. Yeah, I'm an optimistic person, but I don't believe in our people. That's the weirdest thing to say. I just don't. I just think that they don't care. And if you start believing in people that don't care, then you don't care. All right? You don't care. You shouldn't believe in nobody that don't care, bro. So don't come in and tell me about our people and stuff. I told you that our people don't care, so I'm not rocking with them, G. I'm not rocking with them, but I want to play this song really fast.
Fuck swine. Need the money in the bloodline. We already did enough time. Never put a God above mine. Everybody deaf, dumb, blind. Mankind, unkind. Blood come on me to come die. We smell like a skunk die. Phone cups is a phone guy.
So the brother said mankind is kind of unkind, right? He said we deaf, dumb, and blind, damn it. So we don't know nothing that's going on. We don't see anything. We don't hear anything because we don't listen, right? You can come on this cast every day for the rest of your life and tell somebody everything for the rest of your life and they'll never listen. I'm just telling you, the people, there's a reason why it's a wealth gap in America. It's not because the rich people, they mean and they stealing all the money from the poor people. No. It's because the poor people do stupid shit. They don't listen. They do things that makes no sense. They're not consistent in their ways. Oh yeah, they are. Consistency. Another one of my rappers said, only thing you suck at is accomplishments. Right? That's what I think about poor people and failures. I think everybody that's poor and fail, it's because they suck at accomplishing anything, right? Because they don't listen and they continuously doing things that make absolutely no sense. But that's neither here nor there, because like I said, you have to depend on yourself, brothers. You have to depend on yourself. I don't care what nobody doing. I don't care if they're not paying attention to what the fuck you got going. Fuck them. Right? This is the year that you have to understand that, bro. If you have something more to live for, if you got your youths, if you got your money, whatever the fuck you got to live for, right? There's things more to live for in life. You just gotta switch. You gotta switch gears. This is a year of gear switching. Like none of us should be in the same shit. Like maybe I'm just gonna be one to lead by example, but I always do this. I always make sure I come on and I tell y'all what I'm thinking, right? Because I don't want nobody to be like, "What? He said he wouldn't." No, I never said I wouldn't do anything. I don't believe in not doing nothing. Everything could be done. Everything that I say, even if you see me on a cast and I say, "Yo, I don't believe in," I believe in everything. There's a moment for everything on this planet, right? There's a moment for divorce. There's a moment for love. There's a moment for hate. There's a moment for everything on the planet, bro. So don't ever in your life say, yo, I heard you say you know. I believe in everything, bro. I believe in wrong and right at all times. I'm like the Most High, right? The Most High said, good and bad, I motherfucking ordain it. So, hey, good or bad, I'm part of it, right? I agree with it. Because I know that things are done bad. It's like when you go to the doctor and you kill off some fucking cancer cells. It's technically bad, but it's done good, right? So sometimes you just got to kill off some fucking cells. Sometimes you even got to kill your cell to kill some cells. Kill yourself to kill some, because, bro, it's about, no, I don't want you doing that 2022. Maybe 2024, you start thinking about humanity. 2022, fuck the cells, fuck all that shit. Whatever you got, rock with it. Fuck everybody else. Don't worry about no green earth for 2020. 2023, you can get back into your nonsense and focus on people, right? But right now,
Cambatta in the jump drive is a drug crime. And it's so raw, I could cut mine like a soft white in a lunch line. And it's still pure like I'm a young fly nigga, so you know run and jump high. I can touch sky. I can look into a dove's eye. Staring in the sunshine, I don't blink one time. I was on the top climb, made it up fine. Now I'm doing just fine. On the upside, long ringing at the big level, at a top tier if I must cry. Daddy never knew his son rhyme. Turn a bow to a blood drop. Sipping blood wine, trying to unwind in a truck, but I never drove dry. In a Tesla, just ride. Black king with the skin gold, like my flesh temple is a touch shrine. Hair shaped like an Anunnaki with my arms out.
I'm an upside.
On the plus side. Blank check cause I'm unsigned. God handed me a lemon, turn it into Sprite. I just needed one line. Tap into the drum line, punchline, leave a shoot tongue tie. My voice sound like Malcolm Martin, counted if they all come by. I do everything in one try. Hand goes with a pen moves. Pen pals with a dead dude. Grandmama made the best soup, but I couldn't eat it cause I best spoons. Take a tap, then shoot. Needle when you let the thread spool. Just a few of the essentials if you wanna get me in the zen mood. Calculated in my next move. Retire undefeated, then lose. Footprints that I left huge. All 10 toes need 10 shoes. I came a long way from the dirt. I was a lost strain on the search. Started with no pain, but it hurts. Look at the thoughts making it worse. I was like Kanye in the curse. God gave me a curse. Now I know God gave me a gift.
Like Kanye in the church.
I came a long way from the church. I was a lost strain on the search. Started with no pain, but it hurts. Look at the thoughts making it worse. I was like Kanye in the curse. Gave me a curse. I know God gave me a gift. Feeling like Kanye in the church. Pride got me lying to myself. Fear got me hiding from myself. Death got me scared of living life. Diet got me dying for the health. Devil got me signing for the wealth. Label put me high up on the show. Take the other finals off the show. Burn them in a fire till they melt. Fighting when anxiety is low. Quiet nigga silent with himself. People try to help me at the night, but really I was crying for their help. Bible made me idol someone else. Christ is really higher than yourself. Play the hand in spite of I was dealt. Fighting with Orion for his belt. I come from the ghetto to hill. Life struck me, I'm ready to heal. I crumble and then I rebuild. I just reinvented the what? I just reinvented the wheel. I wonder if heaven is real. I'm numb cause I never could feel. My blood's on the enemy field. 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Love you, me, and the Lord. I'm new king of the Moors. Blood too deep to be yours. Cut through beef with a sword.
Nigga.
Run through heat to be sure. Guns don't keep me secure. Some deep. I came a long way from the dirt. I was a lost straight on the search. Started with no pain, but it hurts. Negative thoughts making it worse. I was like Kanye in the curse. I feel like God gave me a curse.
I feel like Kanye. I feel like Kanye in the church.
I came a long way from the church. I was a lost straight on the search. Started with no pain. But it hurts. Negative thoughts making it worse. I was like Kanye in the curse. I feel like God gave me a curse. Now I know God gave me a gift.
I feel like Kanye in the church. Okay. So right now, like I said, I just want to just run through a couple of stories, and these stories are really impactful as far as the. I'm a big picture painter, so you're gonna have to wait till the end of the show to get a picture, unless you want them motherfuckers. You know, you pay Jeopardy. Is that Jeopardy? It's one of them little. No, it's not Jeopardy. It's like Wheel of Fortune where you spin the wheel and you're like, yo, that worked. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, right? So this is a giant fucking picture. So just wait for it. It's gonna develop. Okay. What's up?
No. Okay.
So in Jamaica, there's a group of Maroons. The reason why I thought about this, that I wanted to put it right here, is because we were just listening to the brother Cambatta, and the brother Cambatta said Moors and it just triggered me. And I'm like, Moors, Maroons, let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect time, right? So there's Maroons in Jamaica, just like there's Maroons in America, but I think America may be a federal state. I remember doing the research. I'm pretty sure America is a federal state, but nevertheless, it's a situation going on right now in Jamaica, right, with the Maroons, like I explained. All right, so Jamaica is a unitary state, right? There was some Maroon brothers speaking on this, was the leader to be exact, and he said something to the effect of Jamaica is not a unitary state. He said it's a federal state or something to that effect, right? Because you know what happens is we get into these people's country. When I say it's our country, but It's weird rules, and until y'all willing to listen to me or go fight that war, then we shouldn't even talk. But what happens is there's rules that oversees rules. So now you want to be sovereign in a country that doesn't avail sovereignty, right? So let's just do a little talking just for a little bit. A unitary state is a state governed as a single entity, a single entity in which the central government is the ultimate supreme, ultimately the supreme. So the supreme, so the central government, whatever that'd be. So, different people got different organization, whatever it is, right? So the central government, nevertheless, though, it's all about the fact that you under one nigga rule. So, that'd be places like America, if you ask me. But America is weird. America is weird because you got to think about America in this way. There's 50 states, if not 51, because they always be adding shit and taking shit the fuck off. Yo, do you know Alaska had the number one in crime? Yo, I didn't even know. It's wild as hell. It's wild as hell, bro. Alaska, I didn't even know they was killing people in Alaska. I thought Alaska was like a good ass place. Nevertheless, there's a lot of crime in Alaska, they saying. But nevertheless, this unitary state situation, right? It happens all the time. And the reason why I'm speaking about it is because I kind of see it happening here, where we have a lot of complaints, but I don't know if we're doing the research. Right. And I always speak out against that. I say, yo, brothers, do not look stupid when you speak about things. If you want to speak about things, speak about it in a real fashion. Don't speak about it and just be incorrect about information, because somebody could just check you off on the information. So I'm hearing somebody saying, yo, the Jamaica media supporting these Maroons. It got to be a George Soros thing. Because, we did that same thing in America. It was like, yo, why they rocking with this Black Lives Matter group? Yeah, it gotta be George Soros. Like we gotta find George Soros. We did a cast on George Soros where I pulled him up and kind of explained what he did and stuff. But George Soros is also in the investment space. He's also in the investment space. I kind of explained that one time. I don't even want to bring that story down there. Probably lead back to the Illuminatis or something. The Illuminatis is a book written by Robert Anton Wilson. It's a great book. Great book. But like I said, I don't want to dig too deep in the unitary state situation. I might do that on the Friday cast, unitary state, because it was super interesting. But like I said, I'm using this as a springboard because I'm super concerned with the way melanated people are moving in this country. I think that we're never gonna get money. Because look, it's one of two things. We want money bad, but we hate on the people that got the money. One thing that made no sense to me. Right? That's number one. Number two, we don't have a system. We don't have a cultural system. We don't have a cultural base. We don't have a cultural identity, right? That's number two. Number three, there's now a group of other members saying that other people aren't black, ADOS, right? So it's the same difference as what the Maroons are doing to an extent, same difference with the Moors. And that's weird when I hear people say the Moors and Maroon to an extent, because you can go and show me, yo, in Ethiopia, these are the real Moors. There was a group split. A group went over there to Spain, and there was also a group that stayed here in Ethiopia, and blah, 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 and with the group over here, and the group in Haiti. You can run that down, but you have to keep in mind that historically, the people that sold us out, historically, is the board. So like you're gonna have to kind of give me some context, like, yo, no, not them more. Like I said, you can simply explain it to me because I understand about the traditional Ethiopic people. So you feel me? It'll be super easy for you to explain to me, but I just don't want people to keep on using these words as buzzwords to try to make black people feel like they free. And no. I don't think we should rock like that. We're in America. I think we're Americans, right? We're Americans. We need to try to get all the rights of Americans, right? We need to try to even move the way of the Americans. That's kind of way we'll be able to see what the system is about. But when I say the way of the Americans, I'm not talking about the way of the white man, right? Everybody in America have a certain way that they move. But America is a land of capitalism, they say. Even though it's crony capitalism, even though it's all that situation, we don't even have our foot in this. We have people that just make up conspiracies day in, day out. Day in, day out. Yo, we can't buy no stocks. They're gonna take the stocks. Yo, you see what they did on Robinhood? They shut everything down. Well, do you know that also a brother end up getting $250K from that little lawsuit. Like I don't really get I don't get that narrative, bro. I don't get it. Right? We have to be in the race. We have to force their hands. Right? Without them doing these things, we can't hold them to oh, bro, you did not. He didn't do anything. Right? The same thing with Yeshua saying that, yo, I came to fulfill prophecy. Right? They kind of prophesied that, yo, you're gonna turn on me, OG. They're like, why? I can't turn on you. Like, he ain't want to turn. He ain't want to turn, but it was written. Right, that's why Nas had the album. It was written, which is why Nasir is always looked at as one of the greatest rappers alive, right? Because we still identify with the truth. So I'm telling you, that narrative is still there, bro. We just need to figure out a way to authenticate it. I feel like right now it's fake. I feel like we do it because it's veiled, right? We don't do it because we. Because like sometimes things aren't unveiled, and if you fuck around and don't do it, you can get assassinated in certain places, right? And then they'll still do it because that's what they believe in, and if death must come, right? But we're in this place where it's like, nigga, it's out of luxury. Oh yeah, I know this the new movement right now. You feel me? So I just thought that was super interesting, bro. And I just think that we should really get our mind back focused, bro. We need to get our mind back, body, and spirit back in one. I feel like I don't know, bro. I feel like we clones. Every time I see a black person, I'm like, damn, look at that white man walking around. That's funny, buddy. Every time. We made up. We not real people no more, but teachers on. Hey, to each is and her own. A Canadian politician photo of his wife shoveling snow sparked outrage. Equality is not equal. See, this politician, him and his white wife, they too normal. They didn't understand that we was fighting for equity. He's caught up on fighting for equality. So you know what he says? Let me read the article to y'all real fast, man. It's a funny little article. Check this out. Y'all know Canada don't got a lot of crime, especially in comparison to where we from. But nevertheless, a local politician, right? Another name is John Reyes from Manitoba. I don't know about these names, bro. Gotta be somebody out here that know names. Was met with a barrage. See, I know words. I don't know about place names, so you might get my ass. Was met with a barrage of criticism over the weekend after sharing a photo on social media of his wife Cynthia, a registered nurse, shoveling snow in their driveway after a work shift. That's another thing. I see melanated folks do that. I see unmelanated folks do it. Yo, y'all didn't discover this. You're not exposing me. I showed you this picture. You're using it as like against me. I don't get the angle. You're not using nothing against me, bro. Yeah, I know that my wife is out there shoveling. No, she wanted to shovel. I didn't tell her to go out there and shovel snow. I don't really get the angle that y'all were trying to hit bro with. Nevertheless, bro hit y'all with this shit. But he didn't know. He didn't know he was gonna get hit with a barrage of comments. But so this is what he said. Even after a 12-hour night shift at the hospital last night, my wife still has the energy to shovel the driveway. God bless her and all her frontliners. Time to make her some breakfast. That's what OG did.
Shout him out.
Was that okay for the community? Did the community think that was okay? Nope. The post catapulted the Reyes family into the social media spotlight. Just think about this fake royal, bro. Don't listen to no woman. Don't listen to nobody trying to change no. We're not changing no American laws, bro. No American rules should ever be changed, bro. We just need them bitches to be motherfucking used. Every time motherfuckers misuse an American law, we need to get on their head top. Every time a nigga say, yo, you need to have preferential treatment for this group. Oh, yo, get on that head top. I don't want none of that in the country of America. It's black, bro. They used to have black slaves. They used to have white slaves. Yo, I told y'all about Slavs. I did a whole presentation on slaves, bro. I did a whole presentation on this shit. Right? I did a whole presentation on it. But one thing they do have that's a little different, I'll give y'all the credit, is chattel slavery. That wasn't really used a lot of places. Right? Just think about this. There's other people that was technically in slavery, but they still got their culture, still got their traditional names. They still traditional as hell. Look at us. Tim. My name John Reyes. Bruh name John Reyes. He white. I'm just telling you. We got the shit end of the deal, bro. But y'all don't understand why. And I'm gonna expound on that on another cast. I brought up people like the Maroons. I brought up people like the Moors. I would even bring up people like the Seminoles. Good. It's good. It's good. It's good. You don't have to think that it's bad. You can do your own research and figure out about the Seminoles. You can do your own research and figure out about Osceola. There's a bunch of research that you can do and figure out why we got these names around these places that we got these names. Figure out what these brothers stood on. That's all you gotta do. Figure out who these brothers went to war with. That's what you gotta do even right now in the market. The market isn't supposed to be dramatized. It's supposed to be simple. That's why I stress consistency, bro. Every time the Seminoles went to war, it was simple. The only thing that made it different was the fact that it was war. You're not in war, bro. You're just trading, cuz. This is not war. It's not a battlefield, cuz. You go out there and you make consistent decisions and you consistently win. You consistently get results, positive results. Keep doing that shit you're doing. See where it gets you. Keep doing that shit you're doing. See where it gets you. There's too much names on the internet, too much names that you could research that have done incredible things within this space just based on consistency, just based on consistently use their little system or whatever, right? Doing some research the other day, and this was kind of more so old research, but you guys kind of think about this. The way they used to make the charts back in the day, they used to be a subscription almost, still kind of to this day. But they have it where they'll show the chart and they'll say, yo, less than 25% of the people are actually using the chart. The charts aren't being used. People are literally just looking at lines and playing around with y'all, bro. I'm telling you, we're being fooled by a bunch of foolish people, right? So what I like to do is consistently watch their shit too. I want to consistently figure out the things that they was wrong about to be like, oh, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Did he come back and clear it up? Why was he so wrong about this one? Did he look at the chart? Was he right at a moment and then switch? Because if he was right at a moment and then switch, it's like, damn, I don't know how to chart things. He already had called it. Niggas had already in the front ran them. Shit already up. It's too late. It's already at the buy zone. But I don't know about buy zones. That, you feel me? All those things that happen. So sometimes somebody can give you the information and it may appear wrong because maybe you watched it the next day. Maybe you watch it, 4 or 5 hours later where he was like, yo, we're making a quick play. But even maybe in the video, he established that, yo, these are quick plays. Maybe in prior videos, he said, yo, we don't do nothing more than 10-minute plays. You feel me? So you have to always give people the benefit of the doubt too. To be like, yo, why was he so wrong? Was he right at a moment? Right? So you always got to do that too. So that's also interesting. So I always tell y'all, bro, when y'all get y'all narrative, whoever narrative it is, whoever you get your narrative from, either you wholeheartedly rock with it or you design your own narrative, bro. Because if you're not going to wholeheartedly rock with your own narrative, I don't know. I don't really know where the confidence will come from for you to wholeheartedly rock with someone else. So I don't think you'll do that either, right? So we have to find a way to be consistent with whatever we do, bro. 10,000 hours. That's why they kind of give you that little time span. We have to be consistent with what we do. If we consistently fucking up, that's also a thing too. So that's why I'm saying you keep doing that shit you're doing. See where it gets you. I just want that to be the concept. Don't think that it's good or it's just only bad or it's only good. It's not only it's whatever it is. Keep doing what you're doing and see where it gets you. Like, it's simple, right? It's super, super simple. You gotta understand these concepts. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that little quick story up about the brother, little politician in Canada. Canadian politician posted something. Like I said, he thought it was innocent. Thought he was just posting his wife doing some shit to big his wife up. Look, my wife dumb out. That's what he was doing. Yo, look at my wife. She's the greatest damn near. Nope, you the lamest. That's what people appeared to. Man, this shit crazy. Imagine if you was a rich person and you say, yo, the poor people said they need my money, bro. If they had the money, they'd share it out more. You fuck around and give it to them, nigga. They buy all the wrong things. The money gone. The money gone. Same thing with this politician. He's not probably looking at mankind like, man, they're unkind. Because I posted a picture of my wife outside doing some shoveling, and I said, yo, time to make her some breakfast. That was something bad. I seen if I was like, yo, time to go back to sleep or something. And that was still wouldn't be bad because I posted it. It's just me being funny. Like, so I don't get like how you can get information and use it against me. I presented this to the fans. I didn't. It's not. I don't know. It's not meant to be hateful, which is why I presented it, right? Like even when the Most High speak about everybody, the Most High said they did it in front of the Most High. That's where he had. You remember that's when you had pride in it. Not pride in the way of egotistical, but like you actually believed in what you did as far as it being good. The Most High can look at that and justify that. He can look at that and justify it. He can't see you doing something in private and think you meant to show it to the world. Keep doing that shit you're doing. See where it gets you. Right? Good or bad. You keep consistently being bad. Keep consistently being good. Whatever your angle shall be. Right? Just choose that path and ride it out. Right, so it's a blue check right here on OG Ed. Right, this is a blue check. And she's showing the dude. She's showing someone stand at the window and said, I should take a picture. The best response. All right, so they were trying to make fun of him. Now the woman at the center of the social media snowstorm, that's funny as that, has hit back writing in a lengthy Facebook post late Monday. I just wanted a shovel. I don't shovel snow. That's why I don't shovel snow, dude. I've never shoveled snow at the spot. Oh, yeah, I don't care. As I pulled up to my driveway, I felt energy to shovel the snow that fell all night and into the morning. She explained, adding that she thought of it as a great workout, a chance to unwind and a refreshing outdoor activity after wearing an N95 for most of her shift. Most importantly, I enjoyed it.
You go, girl.
Cynthia Reyes said the internet critics had it wrong, she added. This tweet probably would not have gone viral if the gender roles were reversed, and that in her family we share different chores, not based on any gender, but mostly on who is available to do it. Right, so you weird people. Y'all weird. Y'all weird as fuck. Equality ass monsters. I'm telling you, I can't see a man in his right mind under this. Well, maybe I can. Justin and one of them weird dudes, whoever y'all is. We seen one dude the other day. We read his shit. He was so weird. Him and his friend was weird. Hated Iran. Hated Aaron Rodgers. So they out here.
Mm-hmm.
They out here, but they can't stop us. Because me and Aaron Rodgers are going to keep reading that Ayn Rand. And if you read that Ayn Rand, what you learn is, yo, everything you do is selfish. And when you do things unselfish, you do it to the detriment of the society. If it's not good enough for you to do it to someone else, don't do it for nobody else. Don't tell nobody how good it is. Right. The most I always set it up to where like, yo, if you ain't got your own family, you damn near can't even lead a congregation damn near. I'm just telling you. Too wise. We all have a choice to make. Right? When we show up to that doorstep and the Most High is there, whoever's at the gate, and they say, yo, we all have a choice to make. Right? So I just want to be on the other side of everything that may not make it through the gate. Right? So that's just all I can say, man. But that's my little small ramble. I got some big ramblers coming a little bit later because I want to speak on the Maya Angelou situation and got a couple other things that I want to run across y'all table. And we're gonna do a quick market recon.
Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin is currently at $42,649. It is up 1.2% on the day. The dominance is currently at 41.03%. Ethereum is at $3,230, up 3% on the day. If we go in some more, Solana is at $140, up 3% on the day. Polkadot is at $25, up 7% on the day. And the dark green.
Yeah. Polkadot did a small retracement. Polkadot was up about 8%. And that's what I'm saying. There's different ways to trade, but you'll recognize this intraday. Right. So during the day, you'll see it'll spike down at a 14%, but it'll finish the day, it'll close the day out up 7%, right? So that's what you will see. Right. So you gotta always kind of recognize that there was a push. Like Bitcoin is at 42.6 right now?
42.6.
Okay, well, for sure we've seen that 42.9 earlier, 42.8. So it's up 1.2%. So maybe it even went up about 2%, right? Because it even went down to bottom out at 4%, 40, I think 45, 40,500, 40,500, 40 something. So around those numbers, right? That's at 42. That'll be about a 2%. But what it is they went to 41 or whatever that number it is. So that's what percentage. I'm saying you have to consistently watch these charts. That's why I always stress consistency. Like even any of the great traders, they'll give you tidbits, they'll give you game, they'll tell you shit. But the number one thing they always go back to telling you is, yo, just watch the chart daily and you'll see what I'm telling you. Because I can explain it all I want. But if you go in there with this mindset where you're not a child and you got something that you're trying to see, then you will ruin yourself. But if you go in there with the mindset and you say, yo, he said that such, that's where you get that different approach. That's where you start seeing the vision that somebody else was paying. You have to go in there with a blank slate. So
yeah, Near is also in the dark green. We recently talked about them. They are at $18, up 10%. That is up 8%, looks like. No, 5% on the day. Kasamo is up 11% at $275. Who else is on here that we are rocking with?
BNB.
Oh, shit. BNB is at $459, up 6% on the day. Litecoin is at $131, up 2%.
About Luna.
Luna is at $73, up 0.83%.
This is the thing with Luna too. If y'all remember the crash, I think Luna fell to about 50 something, 56 or one of those numbers. So you have to always stay in tune with this shit, bro, because it's great buying opportunities. And look, everything isn't done. You have to wait for the health to be stabilized to really truly get back in the market. If you're in the market right now, it's trading. It's trading or long-term investments. One of the two. Maybe you didn't get no buy points around this point, so you're just getting some buys and just, adding some to your books. Maybe you're doing that. But right now, bro, the market is looking, because there's no actual big money coming in. If you're watching anything, there's no real volume, there's no real movement, there's no real nothing going on. It's intraday where they're doing the day trading, where you see a lot of this push down, because this is gonna come, but we're still waiting on a weekly reversal for Bitcoin. The weekly reversal isn't anywhere close. So I'm thinking about 2 more weeks. I'm thinking maybe February. We're in January, February. Maybe about February we'll get back pumping, because we're still waiting for that weekly reversal. Right? So we have to think about that weekly reversal. The daily, we'll get that. Cool. That'll probably bring us to 45. That'll bring us to 46. But none of that changes anything. We want weekly reversals, and we want to push away from that monthly. By the end of the 2 weeks, so like we'll be able to reevaluate the situation based in February, because then we'll get a new month. So the monthly moved up, and then you'll also get a chance to see if we was able to flip that weekly. What's interesting about the monthly is if you look at the monthly, we're in a green uptrend test. So even if red comes down, if we're able to hold levels and get the market back rocking, you gotta think about it. That's a green pass, a red fail. That's another buy. Right? So you got to think about how the market's set up. You can't always look at it as negative. You got to always be optimistic about the setup. You always like, oh, I see that setup coming. All right, I just have to be patient. I know a lot of people, they want to be in the market every day, so they always feel like, I can't do nothing today. Something, no. Just stay out the market sometimes, right? Because it's a setup. It's a setup. It always presents itself. And if, like I said, if you read the chart, you say, okay, I'm waiting on a weekly reversal. But I kind of want to be in it a little early. And I think especially if you're on spot, if you're spot trading, bro, please do yourself the service. You see it literally in the short time frames. Think about in the shorter time frame. Empress just ran down a couple of Johns that was 8% up, 6% up, this percent up, that percent up. Imagine if you start off the day, you was watching the chart bomb, you jumped on one of these trades. You jumping on 4 or 5 of these different trades. You fuck around, you up 20+% a day. Say you got a lot of capital and you go up 8%. And that 8% you got leverage 500. And on that leverage 500, you put down goddamn $100+. Like, you feel me? There is a bunch of ways to really, really benefit from good plays, bro. Right? Like things like Tezos, where y'all see it fall too low. Like, we always come back, and I'm always gonna tell y'all about Graph, bro. Things like Graph, bro. When Graph falls, because I seen Graph at like 50-something cents. I don't know if y'all got none. Y'all have to get things like Graph, bro. If Graph falls, Graph is not one of those bros that's gonna 100x super fast, but it's so secured. It's a great play. It has great fundamentals. It has great technicals. You feel me? It has a lot going for it. So I like Graph, as far as even if you just want to buy it to invest it. But some of these coins, I don't see the investment prophecy in it. But I do see a nice trading prophecy in it. I see nice trading zones. I see zones that we could trade through that seems like nice levels. Right? You got to kind of always think about that. Is it for trade or is it for investment? Sometimes if the market choppy like it is right now, even your trades, you want your trades to, it's almost like rent to own almost. Which is right, like right now, the way you're trading should be all rent to own almost. Where it's like, maybe I want some, but maybe I don't. Let me grab some. If any of worse kind of worse, I just keep it and swing trade it. Work, I probably keep for 6 months, 3 months. You remember all those options open up when you like, yo, I keep it, it's good. But when you just jump into something for a quick play and it may be just going bust, you have to also put that in. You feel me? So just
be patient with the market, bro. Don't try to fight against the market, right? Like the brother explained when somebody was asking one of these top traders about something. Bro said, "Yo, I don't trade for drama. I trade to make money." Consistently trading the same. Like I'm not in here to be like, "Yo, I tried something new today and it worked." I don't care. You tried something new today and it worked. That's not me. I tried the same old shit and it worked. I tried the same old shit and it didn't work. I tried the same old shit and it worked. It's just a percentage. Once I look at my percentage over a month, over a year, however often I trade, right? I could just look at the percentage and say, "Yo, I'm trading over 50%. I'm getting such and such return. That's good. I take that." And then every L that you take boosts your winning percentage. You say, "Damn, why would I take an L to boost my winning percentage?" Every time you learn what you did wrong, gives you a higher percentage chance to make a better decision the next time you face that. So if the reason why you lost one time is because the shit was falling and you was like, "Yo, let me get a sell," and then you didn't know to let this shit just wait for a little bit and get a test, then you say, "Yo, from here on out, I'm only waiting on tests." Right, I'm just telling you, all those things that come to light. Where Crow at? Crow's interesting. 46. I like Crow around 25 cents. But I'm saying 46 cents isn't bad for Crow. They got the naming rights to goddamn to a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure they got the naming rights to the One Brother building, right?
Staples Center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So right, it's just you do, bro. Just don't be fooled.
They just solidified that, right? Christmas?
Yes, ma'am. And they also got, I told you about the little partnership or whatever situation they got with the UFC. They've been had that probably about 2 years now.
Sponsorships.
Right, and they continuously are doing things where they saying, "Yo, if you trade this amount of John, you can win a ticket to go to a UFC event, blah, 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 blah."
Market cap's at 11 billion. The high, never mind. I was looking for the 52-week high.
What's 52-week high?
84 looks like.
That's
no, 88 cents.
See,
November 24th.
And that sounded a little bit low for me because I thought it was right at $1, but 88 cents, right? And it's at what, half price right now? Come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
We don't get traded. I think the numbers are different, and maybe because we don't get like a tangible object, we don't really look at it with the same value. But it's just like if you went and bought, say you went to the store and you like cotton candy, and you went to the store and you bought the cotton candy for $1, but the next time you went to the store, they say, "Yo, it's 75% off on the same cotton candy you just bought." Why wouldn't you buy 3 or 4 more bags? You can literally buy 3 more bags and it'll be less than the 1 bag you bought. I'm just telling you. So why wouldn't you? Do you think now they're nasty? That's what I'm saying. You have to think about it. As long as the narrative stays the same, that's what I keep on stressing. Starting 2022, you need to find a narrative, and whatever company narrative you pick and whatever narrative you have in your mind, you have to rock with that, right? And when you stay with the narrative, what you do is, unless the narrative changes, you rock with it every time. Every time it falls below a number that you bought, you buy more.
So are you saying bandwagon type of nature?
What would you say?
Because you're saying regardless of what actually happens, you're sticking to a narrative. Well, no, because bandwagons just jump narratives, right?
You stick to your one narrative and you don't change it unless the company changes its narrative, right? So unless the narrative you was betting on what the company changes. So if we talk about sports, say you say you like the Lakers, and management say, "Yo, we don't really like Kobe on the team, and we want to change up our style of play." You can say, "Yo, I like this," and you can keep rocking with them. You could even double down on them, or you could say, "Yo, I didn't sign up for this management change," and then you could just jump out because the narrative just changed. So that's what I'm saying. When you stay consistent with a narrative, either it changes and you say, yo, I like that change, or it changes and you say, yo, I
So,
didn't
like,
sign
are
up
you
for it.
saying consistent with the narrative as if Kobe does have like a personal dilemma that deals with like crime or something? Is that a narrative change, or what is that about?
The narrative doesn't change unless the organization changes something, right? So unless the core principles of the organization change. So if Kobe has something going on off the court, right?
Mm-hmm. It's just a minor hurdle in the road, but
we don't know unless the company comes out with,
okay.
with a new narrative, right? But as long as the narrative for the company stays the same, the little pieces and boom boom, because Kobe getting in trouble is just to stop falling.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk smoking a little spliff is just to stop falling.
Mm-hmm.
But he is still the same person. The narrative is still he's still the head. So until they say, yo, you gotta go because you smoked, we don't really care about him smoking. Okay. We don't care. Matter of fact, we want him to smoke sometime. We want him to goddamn get in trouble sometime. Because that'll give us discounts. Right? It just makes sense once you understand the product. The narrative ain't changing.
Okay.
Right? As long as you remain at the top of your game, as long as you are who you are, and I've been betting on you, I don't really care about what you do, because that's what I'm saying. The same thing with when you go to the store and they say, yo, these are half off because nobody in this area want to buy it. You can say, what, they got it half off, nobody don't want to buy it, I shouldn't buy it. Or you can say, yo, I went to the other store and they got that bit damn near double this price. Let me grab 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You feel me? You just got to understand that the narrative change for the shit. Do people not want them nowhere? Or is it just the area that you're in? You feel me? Because like I said, some areas you're in, you will see things falling and you look at it as bad. Some people, they selling. So falling is what they want. Right? You just got to make sure that you're in the right area where everything is benefiting you. Because that's all the narrative is about. Because think about it. People come together and they have a narrative that Tesla suck and they're going to short it every year. Every year. They don't change their mind. They lose billions of dollars. They say, yo, we're going to short this boy. Mm-hmm. He's whack. He don't got no cars coming out. He don't got this. He don't got that. Short him. And then they lose money. But the narrative remained the same. They're saying, yo, until Tesla start producing to what we know production is to last, we're going to keep shorting him because one day we're going to be right. That's their approach to the shit, because the narrative hasn't changed. He hasn't produced the amount of cars that people are expecting from, even though he's outproducing the numbers that industry and a lot of stuff set on him, but there's still investors and a lot of independent people that's looking like, yo, Tesla not doing nothing, bro. He ain't really that profitable, bro. He living off government funding and all that stuff.
There's a weird disdain by Americans for him, and it's weird. I've always witnessed that. You showed me the video. I wasn't surprised that people were doing that. Like, none of it's surprising, but it's odd. It's like, why?
Just imagine having a narrative saying that, yo, because you gotta think about it, bro. Everybody that's been creating shit for the last couple of years, besides Jobs and probably Bezos, I'd say, probably some other little founders and bros, but it's been like whack. They haven't really been. Nothing has been like transcending.
Stimulating the economy.
Yeah, nothing has been nothing. But this brother is out here taking you to space, he's saying. He just flying niggas to space for no reason now. Because innovation and the way he's working it is so much more creative than everything we've seen before. We've just seen people just lackeys. Right? That's why Zuckerberg gets so much praise. Because I still take some praise from him. Like, yo, Tom was way ahead of everybody. Yo, y'all must have assassinated the brother Tom. Yo, y'all all had to kill Tom, bro. Tom was ahead of everybody, bro. I need to meet Tom, bro. If anybody ever met Tom, I'm gonna research the shit after I get up there. Mm-hmm. Where is Tom from MySpace, bro? Did Tom die? Tom was the greatest guy. He started out before all y'all. Right, but I'm just saying, just the fact that Facebook came and took it to that level. You see, and then you got to think about Zuckerberg. He hasn't really created stuff, but the way he sees innovation, he's important to that, because like without the funding, a lot of this shit don't go nowhere. Without somebody buying the business, it don't go nowhere. So you have to also put some credit to what the brothers doing, because even when Snapchat came out with the filters or whatever, little videos and little stories or whatever, bro said, yo, throw the stories on Gram. Nah, throw the stories on Instagram. Yo, this man is cold, bro. That's innovation. But before that, people was stagnant. He was just whack shit. Everybody just came out with a new whack shit, like one level up from another nigga. Steve Jobs came out and revolutionized shit. Y'all was like, oh fuck, we gotta. Yo, you gotta like those type of people, bro, when they come in, because look, every time investors and other people see him, look, the thing that we just listened for the brother Charles Faulkner, what he said, minimize risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minimize risk. Everybody speaks about Warren Buffett. He's one of the greatest investors. He did that. He did investment, right? He don't really care about growth stock. He cares about value. He always says, yo, I know niggas gonna be chewing bubblegum in 50 years. I know niggas gonna still be liking Coca-Cola. You know, so he's explaining all those different things. So you gotta think about what Buffett always been on, bro. Right? Buffett always been on that type of game. So when people hear Buffett, they don't really listen to what Buffett dropping, but you gotta think about it. As a brother like Buffett with value investment, you minimize risk. So somebody like Tesla wouldn't be that attractive to you. He didn't even invest into Microsoft early, and him and Bill Gates was close. I'm just telling you, he minimizes risk. It just doesn't make sense to him. What it is? Computers? Nobody not using the computers, but you could get that shit over. Once it start going and not jumping, no, I got enough money to come in late. I come in later rounds. I could throw a little big bag in and get me a little 2% ownership, 1%. I don't really need nothing. My bag big. Right, so Buffett don't really care because he's a value investor. So when he teach people like me and you value investment, that's good for long term. If you're an investor, value investment is always the best thing. If the company is going to be around 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now, and still be prevalent, why wouldn't you buy them? Right, and it just even it's a no brainer technically. You will get a company like I'm telling y'all about Tesla, bro. I think that we should be very, very, very. I think we should just be in position to be somewhere around this. I don't know where y'all want to be at. Maybe y'all want to get the semiconductors, but then maybe Tesla might say, "Yo, we got our own semiconductors." I don't know, bro. I don't know, but if you want to be in the space, maybe you could say, "Yo, T, I missed the Tesla boat. I wish I would have grabbed someone who was at 500 like you told me. I wish I would have grabbed someone who was at 300. I remember when you had told me that you bought something at 649 and you was down bad. You told me it was at 329. So I know that you had bought something high and you was losing one time. I wish I would have bought something even at 649, T. But I didn't. So I'm looking for another company. I'm grabbing Lucid. I'm grabbing one of these other EVs.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be cautious with those also, right? Because now you're going against value investment. Because this is an investment, bro. You have to think about value and investment. You can't think about what may be the new hot guy on the block.
Yeah, I'm thinking more so EV batteries, EV like software.
So how would you choose a company? How would you know what company is going to be prominent in the space?
Well, first I'm just going to look at the space in general. So anybody in regards to batteries and technology related, what were they calling it for the investment things with the house? Prop tech. So yeah, prop tech for vehicles. I'm assessing them, and then I'm looking into their fundamentals. What's their market cap, their volume, so on and so forth, because that gives me a ballpark of, a percentage of people, like who's really invested in this, as far as, because you can look at market cap and, it could just be 3 people with a lot of money in there. But if you're looking at volume, you're saying, okay, so in 24 hours for the past week, you've had a volume of $1 billion. It's like, all right, so what's going on here? This can't just be 3 people or a small amount of investors. So yeah, I'm assessing that. And then I'm going to look into market cap, volume. the 52-week highs and lows, the year-to-date percentage growth. I'm looking at all the fundamentals. And then, yeah, I go into the chart and see how ugly or good it's looking for them. So the bigger time frames, 2 hour, 4 hour, all those. What's the uptrends, downtrends? When are they coming? What's the MACD pressure? Yeah. So then I go try to do a technical analysis.
But so like, what would, because like if you're doing a lot of that, that means that you more so trading or something, or like maybe you just
No, I'm just trying to justify the volume and whether it's genuine volume or something odd where people are just throwing money in.
But I'm saying in reality, right, if you're investing, how important is the volume?
It's not important.
That's what I was saying. So like, if you're checking the volume, it'll have to be more so, hey, I'm trying to be in this play for 3 months. And if the volume keep going like this in 3 months, you feel me?
Yeah, volume is just to see, like, so like a Lucid or Rivian or any of those things. Like, I'm not sure if Rivian's going to be its own thing, but is it? Or is it under Ford? It has to be under Ford because Ford's rising.
I didn't see them with their own stock.
So yeah, with like Lucid, if the volume's not high, like I don't recognize it being a future competitor of any EV company, let alone Tesla, and I just rather stay out of it because a lot of people are like not betting on it.
But I'm saying though, what if the volume just slow for a little bit and then just pop up? Because if this
yeah, that's when I do my notification thing, and I just set the notifications for the bigger time frames. So if it's a downtrend, uptrend, whatever it is, I go to the bigger time frame, set it, and if it hits it, not even if it hits it, because I usually do small time frames. So yeah, no. Take all that back. If I'm checking for volume and the genuineness of the volume, I set alerts and I start smaller, and the reason being is because I want to see how fast is it hitting the alert spots, if that makes sense. So yeah, because most stocks, they take half a trading day to actually move, like to 5-minute, 10-minute intervals or whatever the case is. So those guys that are usually slower, yes, there may be growth there, but I don't know.
No, those are value stocks though. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as the way I look at value stocks, like I said, that's what the brother Warren Buffett always rock with, because he's looking at it, bro. This shit is gonna be here for 20 years. In 20 years, bro, it's gonna go up.
Right.
I don't care.
No,
about the volume.
I'm not knocking
I don't
volume
care about
stocks.
the movement, right? So like, I don't care if it moved 2%. I'm telling you, people just want to beat the S&P 500. The S&P 500 ain't performing more than 20% for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Are you saying that
it's 12%
from the standpoint of stock investors or people in general? Because is that even fair to say with the crypto market? Like giving people like major gains within hours now due to the volatility of it?
A lot of them people losing that money though.
Okay, so you're saying year to date type thing. Okay, the intra can have you fooled. Okay, yeah, but no, I wasn't knocking value stocks. I definitely believe in investing in value stocks. We have Goldman, we have Riot, Coinbase. Yeah, we have a couple, but as far as the conversation, it was about Tesla, and I was just comparing, like, what would I match with my Tesla investment type of thing. And I said, again, the EV batteries, any type of, car prop tech or whatever the case is. But as far as looking at Lucid or Ford or things of that nature, it's like, all right, the volume and the amount of people that are actually in and out day trading it, and I truly believe that this is a growth stock. That's what I'm kind of assessing right now. I'm not knocking value stocks at all. I highly recommend people get into value stocks. But yeah, Elon Musk John is a growth stock and value stock, right?
Yeah.
Not Elon, Tesla.
Like I said, people look at it as a growth stock. I told you, I'm also looking at it as a value stock because if you think about the value that it brings, it's just unmatched. So I understand why they may look at it as that, but it ain't really doing nothing super crazy.
Because I
think Ford outperformed them this year to date, right? Right, so it ain't nothing.
I would think because they're hitting new highs, 52-week highs.
Yeah.
But as far as growth to value, I think they're gonna they're in that growth stage, but they're eventually gonna kind of stabilize and get to a value stock, maybe in 2040 or sometime where the EVs are all out and everybody there's a market now with multiple players. That's when it becomes a value stock. It's just gonna gradually grow. But right now, if you're investing in Tesla, if you are invested in Tesla, you're almost like a first adopter because they're the first of the times. So yeah,
I would even say second now because it's already at 1,000. So anybody coming in here kind of new, right? Because it was multiple opportunities to get it at 600. I'm telling you, you could have even got it at 650, and I said, yo, you was at least first level because there was a level before when people bought around I think at 200, and it shot up to almost 1,000. That was 2020, 2019. Because I told you, Tesla went from being the brokest nigga to being one of the richest bros. So he got rich real quick, and it's because the stock went up so high. But then for a whole year, Empress, he was messing with Dogecoin, talking about Tesla wasn't moving at all. I remember I was in Tesla.
Oh no, people were upset with him. But that's another thing too, because now that I'm thinking about it, he is those fintech companies that are interrupting the traditional banking space. He's interrupting a lot of U.S. car production that has just habitually done what they've done, and they're stuck in their ways. So look at this guy forcing us to have to update our systems and update our minds and update everything about us, our way of thinking, and so on and so forth. So I could see there being some type of jealousy and hatred towards that because they're forcing you to be better. But yeah, I still don't get it. I don't understand. It's bro, but he's innovating the space, bro. Do you see the price of gas?
Yeah, he going
crazy. Confused?
He going crazy. Like I said, he doing the gigafactory. But like I said, there's people, and like I said, I still think people, I'm a firm believer, people still having
mechanical vehicles.
Yeah, you never want to get too crazy into the space where you say, yo, nah.
And that's the thing, just that shift, because in a little bit, the manual vehicles are going to, not a little bit, they're currently price tag higher than some EVs out here or some hybrids specifically.
Like imagine you trying to go somewhere and they're yo, your car has been locked. You have been driving for 4 hours or whatever. It's just a weird fucking
because it seems like the farther you get away from the city, the less worth it is. It's you're gonna have to go to the rental place and specifically ask, give me a manual car. I'm going out of range of normal human contact. So yeah, it's definitely about to get very interesting, and there's gonna be a shift.
I'll tell you, he hasn't even damn near got through 50% of the work. Right, he got things like robo taxi. Like I tell you, he's getting the vehicles out. He's doing a lot of things as far, but Tesla's been making a lot of promises that he ain't really delivered wholeheartedly on. Right, so you still gotta look at it and be like, yo, people still don't recognize it. So that's what Empress was saying, that you still gonna be a first or second adopter.
Are you still going to be super early on this shit? But because even now, people like Goldman Sachs, Goldman Sachs is one of the top motherfuckers that everybody listens to as far as analysts go. Goldman Sachs, then I'm pretty sure Goldman Sachs turned the bullish, so they're bullish on a Tesla stock, and they got it going about 1,500. I think we can go back to the cast 2 weeks ago, whatever, the Taco Tuesday. I think I said I had it going to about 1,300, 1,400 was super easy. I probably said 1,500. I can't remember what number I said, but I know they be watching the cast and still in the fucking analytics. So shout out to y'all, though, bro. Make sure y'all keep on giving the people the game, bro. But people, don't let things like Tesla go under your nose. And that's why I agree with Empress as far as but it was stuck for a long time, not growing. I don't even know if the growth stopped, but but just in the aspect of what we may look at as a traditional growth stock with a lot of volatility. That's what we saying about Tesla. Because like I said, Tesla went to damn near 1,000 before, and it was trading at 650, 329, 700. It just couldn't get right. It couldn't get back, and now it's over 1,000. So you just got to kind of understand that there's discounts. If you believe in something, bro, you have to follow the narrative. Chart makers say, yo, less than 25% of the people that subscribe to the charts actually follow the charts. I'm just telling you, this shit got to become habitual. Consistency is the only way. Right, I was listening to a brother earlier. He was praying for the retail hands. He said retail hands lost over $1 billion last year. I don't know if retailers are still going to be retailing this year, bro.
Here's the definition for growth stock. A growth stock is any share in a company that is anticipated to grow at a rate significantly above the average growth for the market. These stocks generally do not pay dividends. This is because the issuers of growth stocks are usually companies that want to reinvest any earnings they accrue in order to accelerate growth in the short term. When investors invest in growth stocks, they anticipate what they will earn money through capital gains when they eventually sell their shares in the future. Yeah. Key takeaways: growth stocks are those companies expected to grow sales and earnings at a faster rate than the market average. Growth stocks often look expensive, trading at high PE ratios. What is that? The principal?
No, I just pulled that up. That's the performance, though. The PE ratio tells you the performance, which is it'll give you the earning per shares over the share price, and it'll show you the performance, or it'll let you know what it would be the average price per share.
Price earnings?
It's different ways that's what it says on yours?
Yeah, price to earnings ratio. Also known as PE, is a ratio of company's share price to the company's earnings per share.
Yeah.
This ratio is used for valuing companies and to find out whether they are overvalued or undervalued.
So like I said, they use different words for it. That's different that they use it on here, because I was looking at it. I was just about to bring that up, because that's one of the main things that you look at as far as when you're looking at a value stock. Right, you want to see that PE ratio, and that's why a lot of people didn't have a lot of faith in Tesla, because, like I said,
their earnings.
It wasn't that amazing based on the price for the per share. Like, no, I'm not paying 700. Yeah, I'm not paying this for these niggas not delivering.
Right.
They ain't got no goddamn. They're not profitable. They're not profitable. Like I said, and when the first time I heard it, I was like, what? $700? What are you talking about? They're not profitable. I didn't really know about earnings or none of that shit. So right. That's what the first time I heard this, and like I said, I always keep it in my mind as the performance ratio, but that's a better way to describe it, price to earning, just so people understand exactly what's being actually determined. But it's showing your performance to show you that you're undervalued or you're overvalued. You're performing under what we thought you was, or you're performing over what we thought. You feel me? So that's why I kind of have that.
It's like a record.
Yes, ma'am.
and whether you're above that 500 mark.
Yes, ma'am.
Breaking even. All right, but such valuations could actually be cheap if the company continues to grow rapidly, which will drive the share price up.
Mm-hmm.
Since investors are paying a high price for a growth stock based on expectation, if those expectations aren't realized, growth stocks can see dramatic declines. Growth stocks typically don't pay dividends. Growth stocks are often put in contrast with value stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then should I do value stocks just to be on the safe side?
Whatever.
Whatever. Let's see what value stocks are. Value stock. A value stock is a stock that tends to trade. A value stock refers to shares of a company that appears to trade at a lower price relative to its fundamentals, such as dividends, earnings, or sales, making it appealing to value investors. A value stock can generally be contrasted with a growth stock. Key takeaways of value stock. A value stock is trading at levels that are perceived to be below its fundamentals. Common characteristics of value stocks include high dividend yield, low PB ratio, and low PE ratio. A value stock typically has a bargain price as investors see the company as unfavorable in the marketplace.
Hey, and that always happened, right? And that's a weird thing. Companies that's super good, like companies that perform well, like companies that we know, companies that we interact with daily, usually perform shit on the stock market because the growth is understood, right? Everything is there. The narrative is super consistent, so we all can follow it. It's everybody's following the narrative. So they always tell you that as far as being an investor, if you want to really, really make some money, you have to start looking at things from another angle. Everybody's using PE ratio and all these ratios. You say, okay, cool. Let me check it out like this though. Let me look at every Thursday and see what they do on every Friday. Like there's different ways to value things, but if you start following other people's way of valuing companies, that's where you get yourself into a boat, because that's what a lot of these people are doing with the Tesla. And I was explaining that they're consistently looking at PE ratios and things like this, and they're saying, yo, it's not performing. Earnings bad. The earnings bad. A lot of these niggas, they live on earnings. You feel me? So as a growth investor, you have to look at it completely different. You first of all, as a growth investor, you have to understand that the key to being a growth investor is you have to always have your own ways. You could never, ever follow a system that somebody has, because that's how growth works. Like somebody sees something that nobody's seen, which is why the company is so high and motherfuckers are still buying, right? Besides the people that's just following narrative, I'll tell you, you will know those people because you'll be listening to it, right? And they'll come in and they'll be like, man, somebody told me to buy Tesla. I'm about to sell it. And it's like, damn, how much you bought at? 900. It's like, bro, you know it's at 725 right now. What do you mean you about to sell it? It's like, bro, I've been in for 2 months. And that's how you know you listen to somebody else. But that person still hasn't sold. That person is buying low because he's not focused on the PE ratio. That's what I'm saying. You have to have your own ways. Or if you're using these things, just use them as parameters. Use them and go compare other companies. Say, yo, was there any other companies that PE ratio was this low or this high and made something shake? You got to always put everything into context. You don't want to just listen to things blindly and follow them. But Empress, you're about to drop some science on us.
Yeah, the PB ratio is price to book ratio. It's a financial ratio used to compare a company's current market value to its book value. The calculation can be performed in 2 ways, but the result should be the same. In the first way, the company's market capitalization can be divided by the company's total book value from its balance sheet. In the second way, the second way, using per share values, is to divide the company's current share price by the book value per share. Its book value divided by the number of outstanding shares. It is also known as market to book ratio and the price to equity ratio, which should not be confused with the price to earnings ratio, and its inverse is called the book to market ratio. So yeah, this is all fundamental calculations that you can make to kind of decide and evaluate whether the company is worthwhile.
Right, and that's super interesting. The Empress says that these are fundamental things, right? These are nothing that means anything really, right? But traditionally, you can use them and say, yo, technically, I've seen this across the board, and this traditionally means this, right? So that's why people use these things, because it's a rule of thumbs that these numbers make sense. The same thing, like even when you're doing technical analysis, it's a rule of thumbs that if you're using the MACD, using the RSI, there's a motherfucking middle line. If you go below the middle line, there's a certain number. You say, yo, wow, oversold. If you go above the middle line or whatever, overbought, you feel me? Whatever the situation may be, there's lines and there's little baselines that you can kind of use as guideposts. But it's nothing to be rigid about, right? You don't want to be rigid about any of these rules. None of these rules should be extremely rigid. You want to always be fluid with the rules where it's like, okay, well, he said, look at the price to book ratio. It don't really look that good. But I did hear the company saying this, and that right there goes to this narrative, which has showed me this, why this, you feel me? So, like I said, I remember being in rooms with people, bro, that was bashing Tesla because he kept on bringing up, yo, check out the PE ratio, check out this, check out that. And what he did was he went into probably Barron's or something like that, and he kind of, no, it wasn't Barron's, this is one of these other sites, but he was comparing other companies that's in the same industry. So he was doing by industry, by sectors. So he was going and he was saying, yo, there's other companies within Tesla's same sector that has better PE ratio. So he was looking at PE ratio. So, the PE ratio will show you that the price is low. So that's why he was saying that. He was like, yo, niggas got way better PE ratio. And I'm like, and he may be right. And I remember even when we took a look at things like Airbnb. It's like, yo, it's somebody in their sector that we should all be looking at that's going to do some performing, right? So everybody got a different way of valuing companies, and you can't knock a person. But I said another cast that whoever narrative you're following, please follow it wholeheartedly. Don't listen to one person's narrative and then go over here and then this motherfucker say, yo, look at the PB ratio. One motherfucker say, yo, don't look at no ratios, fuck ratio. You feel me? It's just it'll confuse you. Or they may not even say that. They may just tell you things and you should already know it based on the way that they're insinuating it. Maybe you should know the company's P ratio is bad or high. So now you're looking at like, oh, he's not worrying about P ratio. He's worrying about blah, 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 blah. Or boom, he don't care about this. He don't care about the books. He's not looking at that. Oh, snap. He is actually looking at the market cap because he said that usually when you got some market cap, you got some runway. And if you got some runway, you can make some shit happen. And then I was like, okay, that makes sense. He did say, yo, don't look too much into people paying these high-ass dividends because they usually do that to keep you around because they're not going nowhere instead of actually reinvesting that money into the company and making the company better. They play around because they want to get funding. So you got to think about this because sometimes people are just first-time founders. I don't know if a first-time founder just immediately go public, though, so maybe they're not first time. I don't know. I know there's a couple, but I'm just saying I don't think the number is even big enough for me to
How long
even
did it
stress
take
that.
Mark?
Zucks
Yeah.
to go public?
Mm-hmm.
Facts, because he was that had to be his first time.
Even Tesla, right?
See, yeah. See, but I told you with Elon and all those brands, they call them boys the PayPal Mafia. So they all had shares in PayPal, which was a public traded company. So they already was, kind of within the ballpark already. So, and I told you as a founder, the hardest part is being a first time founder because you don't have funding. Once you done made that bread, you can fund your own business. So you don't have to, you feel me? So Zucks, I see what you're saying as far as about like how long it took him, but I think I think Zucks. When did Facebook go public? That's super interesting. When did Facebook go public? They were so big too that so social media service originally launched as Face Mash. They originally launched as Face Mash. Face Mash. October 28th, 2003, before.
What is this story behind that?
Before changing its name to The Facebook, February 4, 2004. It was founded by Mark Zuckerberg and college roommate and fellow Harvard University students. Blah, blah. Said by September 2006 to everyone with a valid email address alongside age requirement of being 13 or older.
Are you on Investopedia?
No, I'm on Wikipedia. Face Mask was opened in 2003, developed by Mark Zuckerberg.
2003? Okay. Wait, it said in 2004 it was founded and went public.
What you reading?
On the screen.
What is this?
Oh, the question, when did Meta or Facebook go public?
Oh, I was reading my Face Mask.
Okay.
Yeah, Face Mask is the same company, but so you found when they went public though?
Yeah, May 2012.
You said 2004 they went public.
Oh no, they were founded. Sorry.
Facebook
was founded in 2004 and went public 2012.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about when they was founded. I was just running down. They founded history just now. You ain't even reading down the founding history?
Yeah, I heard you say 2003.
No, I said Facebook is a social media service originally launched as Face Mash on October 2003, and then it changed its name to The Facebook for February 4, 2004.
Okay.
That's what I just read. It was founded by Mark Zuckerberg and college roommates and fellow Harvard University students. This is what I just read this whole top shit. And then I also went down and I read, and by September 2006, to everyone with a valid email address, along with an age requirement of being 13 or older. So yeah, this is when he actually had it, when motherfuckers started using it. But yeah, he started out Face Mash. The website was set up as a type of hot or not game for Harvard students. The website allowed, that's why it was Face Mash. Was I allowed visitors to compare two female student pictures side by side, let them decide who was more attractive. I'm a little intoxicated, not gonna lie. So what if it's not even 10 p.m. and it's Tuesday night? What? The Kirkland dorm Facebook is open on my desktop, and some of these people have pretty horrendous Facebook pics. I almost want to put some of these faces next to pictures of farm animals and have people vote on which one. Yeah. Yes, it's on. I'm not exactly sure how the farm animals are going to fit into the whole thing. You can't really ever be sure with farm animals, but I like the idea of comparing two people together. According to the Harvard Crimson, Face Mask used photos compiled from online Facebooks of 9 houses. Placing two next to each. That's funny. That's crazy. Face Mask attracted 450 visitors and 22,000 photo views in its first 4 hours online. This shit was crazy. This shit was crazy, bro.
That's not like I feel great.
Yo, this is crazy, yo. Zucks was out of his mind. Zuckerberg faced expulsion. The site was quickly forwarded to several campus group list servers, but was shut down a few days later by the Harvard administrators. Zuck was faced with expulsion and charged by the administration with breach of security, violating copyrights, violating individual privacy. Ultimately, the charges were dropped. Zuckerberg expanded on this initial project that semester by creating a social study tool ahead of an art history final exam.
his uploaded art image to the website, each of which was featured with corresponding comment section, then shared the site with his classmate. People started sharing notes. On October 25th, 2010, entrepreneur and banker Raul Jean auctioned off the facemash.com domain to an unknown buyer for 30 racks. All right. Facebook is a student directory featuring photos and basic information in 2003. There were no universal online Facebook at Harvard. The only paper sheets distributed in private online directories. Zuckerberg told the Crimson that everyone been talking a lot about a universal Facebook within Harvard. So that's how he came up with that idea. Literally just at school, like, yo, how you look? Let me see the book. You gotta get the paper? Damn, bro. Send me the picture. I'm gonna put it on the website. Now send me the picture. I'm gonna put it on the website, dude. I'm not coming to the shit for the books no more. Yo, everybody that's at the school, send me y'all picture. I'm putting it on the website. Everybody. I'm putting it on the website. Yo, that's how you came up with the idea right here, dude.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Right. Because it's a Facebook. It's a student directory featuring photos and basic information. That's what a Facebook is. It has nothing to do with like he didn't make the name up out of thin air. Like I told you, the name that he made up was Face Mash. That was his name. That was some shit a college boy thought about. Drunk as hell. Drunk, kicked back. And he was like, yo, what if we have some shit called Face Mash? Hey, you think that girl in the other room is hot? I haven't seen her yet, man. I didn't see it directly. I have it on the website, dude. Just go in there and vote. Drunk white boys, bro. I'm telling you, the minute you think about some shit that nobody didn't think of,
yeah, that's definitely a hotbed for tech.
Where? Around white people?
No, colleges.
Oh my gosh, you see a bunch of people needing stupid shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I'm telling you, the first time I learned about fintech, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for something like this for decades. Not decades, I haven't been in college for a decade. But yeah, that just changed the game, bro. Because I remember having to go through Chase because we didn't believe in Western Union fees. And it just took way too long. It took way too long.
I think everything's done for a reason, though. I think people getting away from that traditional time. I think people spend a lot of time rushed. I told you the other cats, I said, yo, and then people culture, they have things where they say the first one up is the first one down. Yo, everybody got sayings, bro, and it just go along, go fast, go together, go far. Everybody got them sayings. In every culture, they say, yo, you trying to go fast? Go by yourself. Because we all gonna drive by you and see you in the hole. Look, as a child, Empress, what story they told us all? What was the first story they told us about a fast nigga and a slow nigga winning?
Slow nigga won.
Right? Mm-hmm. So with the turtle in the goddamn hair, the turtle ended up beating fast, bro. I'm talking, he's faster than God. He running around, playing around, dilly-dallying, frolicking, skylarking. That's what most people doing today. That's what they were doing. Turtle consistently walking. Slow.
What you said? The straight path to the Most High.
Ooh, every scripture tells you about it, Empress. Mm-hmm. Even on the tree, they got it where you say, yo, you stay on this path, you good. As soon as you get off this path, you in other planets, you in other emotions. You in Mars, you in over here Jupiter, over here, and everything off the path is planets. Everything is planets. Uh-huh. You think they take you out to them planets? You think that shit gonna be no, bro?
Astro World.
Man, I was watching some previews earlier, some movie trailers, bro, and the weird animals came up and they was playing around. They got slapped down a hole. Like, man, this is prehistoric. Bro, what you doing out here? What are you doing out here? And they still had
monsters and shit. This is probably some Hollow Earth theory because they tell you Hollow Earth might be some old shit. It might everything just might be old. Like everything that we thought left just went under the ground. You know, there's some old shit down there. Like, everything that we thought was like gone. Like even old people that we thought was gone. They just down there in Hollow Earth. Because they said the sun don't age them fast. So they could be old.
Oh no, I was talking about that 3% of discovered.
Oh my gosh. Empress, it's even less than that. I was thinking about it today. Because remember, I was thinking about it right after you told me about the junk DNA. I was like, matter of fact, Empress, you're right. It's only 1%. It's only 1%. They only discover 1%. They ain't discover shit. Yeah, I'm telling you, we don't know nothing. I remember one time some motherfuckers said they went down there and they went deep and there was a way out of the water. Like, I think this was a real story. I don't think this was a made-up conspiracy shit. But it was able to walk out of the water and see water fall. Like the water ran, but there was a space out of the water into another cave. It was a cave system. It was nothing super deep. They was able to swim into a cave system and get out of the water. Like the water was they're literally underwater, but they're not underwater because they're in a cave system underwater. And in that cave system underwater, it's a separate underwater shit. Man, the shit is crazy, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, the world, bro, is it's amazing. There's a lot of stuff that we really would never even understand. But let's get back to this Taco Tuesday. I don't want y'all to think I'm Taco Tuesday. But by 2005, Facebook had 6 million users, bro. In 2004, Facebook moved its base in operation in Palo Alto, California. The company dropped the from its name after purchasing the domain name Facebook. So they was gonna keep the Facebook the whole time. Mm-hmm. Yep. But because they purchased the domain, they said fleck it, and they paid 200 bands for it. Tell you, bro, you got to start buying these domains. Like as soon as a company, like as soon as like a new emerging, I guess that'll be fun.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, that literally sounds like the same spiel Tim Dillon just gave at the Bitcoin conference with the whole believing in something that everybody's just like, you guys are crazy. It's just like to really invest into, I guess the domains aren't that much to initially begin with, but just to like invest in these random domain names for the sake of investing and never knowing like what could possibly happen. It's like, how do you get there? Is it a level of introduction where somebody gives you one that know it's going to win and you win and now you're a victim of your success and now you have a whole bunch of domains for no reason? Like, have you consistently got people to purchase these domains at a profit? Like, what really is driving them? What's the driving force with them to even do that? Because it just sounds so like throwing stuff at a dartboard and hoping it hits. There's no real science to it. Yeah, it's bad. It's hard to understand. I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay. For exactly what you said, Empress says baffling her. Let me see if this is the video.
Even the Ethereum ones, the Ethereum ones, it's just like, what are you basing it off of? Like, and when I say what are you basing it on, not your success, but like the names.
.club. Remember people doing the .clubs?
.ios.
This is a club how we're gonna be giant. So you gotta have a .club.
It's just like, what is going on? But I don't know. Maybe a whole bunch of people using their .clubs. You try it out.
People use everything. I'm telling you, what you do is you get in early, you buy these shit for $50 or whatever. Hold on, what's the
Yeah, because I'm really just thinking now. Like, we just was talking about Tesla and how, like, his scalability is just going to be out of this world because he's everywhere as far as innovation in the tech space and in the real world with, like, the cars, the space traveling machinery, whatever you want to call it, spaceships. So yeah, but like ultimately, when I do think about it, it's like what other American company is pushing the needle without being like necessarily backed by the government? And when I say not necessarily backed by the government, they're obviously hopefully getting some government funding to kind of help. But like when they initially started, besides these tech companies like Google, Facebook, and softwares, like who's in the actual real world still being innovative besides Tesla as a stock?
Well, you gotta think about like people like Bio and taking them motherfuckers, right? But I guess that's not new innovation because they're taking the brother Robert Malone down.
Oh gosh.
And brother, and he say he's been having this technology way back in the day. And even Friedberg talked about from the All In podcast. He was talking about how the technology been out. What happened was they used it once, and the first person that they used it on happened to die, and they just shut it down. Right? So it's been here. They've been testing it. Well, they haven't been testing it because bro died, so they shut it the fuck down. But they was testing it before he died. Like they did a whole test group. That's why they was able to test another person. So they did this whole group. Then they did a separate group, and with that second group of people, blah blah. And that was the first time that they was able to show it to the people, and people like, well, no, turn that shit off. We're not using that nonsense. RNA, what? No. But then now, because it was forced, it was an emergency situation. They said, yo, try anything. Now it has some relevance. And now the person that's coming back out that created it is trying to say, yo, let's be careful with it. They say he didn't even create it. They banned it. That's funny as hell, bro. We live in a weird country. And he said, it's not about me. It's about my wife. She lived through all of this. It was nice that me and him was on the run, bro. If you listen to even McAfee's story, him and his wife, they was on the run. But I tell you, bro, you got your wife, bro. You be banging out with the crackers. Bang out, bro. You go to war with the world. But, if you black, you ain't got that. Fucking with you, bro. Ooh, man,
just to be clear, Robert Malone isn't black, is he?
I want to make some melanated people angry. No, he's a white man. That's what I'm saying. If you black and you don't get no support. A black man that was on the run and had his wife? Dave Chappelle, but he didn't have a black wife. You can't think of one? Oh, I don't know if he had a black wife, but I know him. He's a legend to me and to everybody that I always tell about him. I say, yo, y'all gotta stop paying attention to Frank Lucas. Do some Frank Matthews research. Frank Matthews ain't never get caught yet. Nah, he dead. Don't worry about him, cops. Bro, yo, Trump, I had one beef with you. I had a couple other beefs with you, but you remember when you was in there, you were like, yo, we need to go get Assad Shakur.
You lost it, brother.
What's wrong with Drew?
Your black approval rate was gonna go into the negatives.
Yo, what's wrong, white man? But like I said, I want to do a show on Friday, though, where I want to expound on the situation, bro, because it's going on right now in Jamaica. It's going on right now in America with these groups that say they're sovereign. Bro, you live in a unitary state, bro. You can't be sovereign in a unitary state, bro. You have to learn that shit, bro. They're not going to allow you to be sovereign unless you go to war with them. Right? So now if you go listen to every bro that got federal, what is this? Let me get the actual name so y'all can remember. Taraji P. Henson and Normani's hair ruined after being sprayed with water on Jimmy's show. White man sprayed their head off, Empress. You cannot wet black girls' hair. And that was not in my contract. I'm getting out. Normani was equally pissed, touching her hair, saying, my leave out. Huh? Normani is trending after the clip when viral tweeted, my heart was racing because baby was on the verge of that shrinkage. What is going on? She really
Oh, they probably playing, bro. This Taraji. You know, Taraji is a comedian too. She's an actor. So, like, you know, sometimes you can't take things too serious. So,
Wait, is this a skit or is this real?
it's real. That's on the Jimmy Fallon show. I'm just showing you what she said. Why you got it so low? Oh, you heard her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't wet black girl's hair. You can't wet black girl's hair. Wow, that's a distraction. No, but I was saying something about the Tesla stock, and you said that the biotech is an innovation, but like you said, it's not really because it's been out here. It's just bad experiments, results, and conclusions. But as far as anything else,
What is that? Like innovation? Wise?
like, is anybody country like globally doing anything innovative?
Country?
Because like I don't even want to mention Apple anymore because I feel like Apple's just moving things around now.
And like I said, there's innovation everywhere. Nvidia got something coming with the AR glasses, where you literally have it's only a one glass on. But
so like the gaming systems, you're saying possibly, or seeking innovation.
Well, right now, you know, tech is just tech. Tech is innovative as fuck right now. It's really tech. This is like techs are like everybody in the tech space right now is a rock star, right? So even things like fintech is innovation.
Oh, you know what they're doing? I don't know if this is necessarily a company, but the whole 3D printing houses and stuff, that's a growing market. I guess that's dealing with more so commodities and
see that market is still a lot of regulations. So that John is even a little bit further back than the cannabis market. Right, so the cannabis stocks right now is a little bit more innovative.
Cannabis is definitely innovative,
but there is 3D stocks. I have one that I'm always interested. I think I spoke about it before. I think it's called 3D Sphere. Let me go check them out. Make sure that's the name.
Okay, so yeah, 3D printing is definitely becoming a thing. The EV space, tech in general. Like the AR, I guess that's tech in general.
But it's 3D System Corp provides comprehensive 3D printing and digital manufacturing solution, including 3D printers for plastics and metals, materials, software, on-demand manufacturing service, and digital design tools. Its key end market include healthcare, dental, aerospace, automotive, and durable goods. All right, so that's the space that they.
Okay, so aerospace, the drones and all that stuff is definitely a developing market. You mentioned something else that just left me.
Let's see.
The prop tech in general, right? They're updating the fridges. You got smart fridges.
Yeah, everybody, like I said, that's all. The tech space is getting super innovative, but there's innovation across the board. Just right now, but we're so focused on tech. But even something like Airbnb, right?
You see those. That's what I was gonna come with my next question, because when we talk about these companies now, you know, they're offering something tangible to you, or, you know, something that you can kind of have ownership over, right? Whereas like with like, no offense to tech, Bitcoin, or anything of that nature, but like you don't get like a tangible Bitcoin or, you know, anything that can prove like ownership in like tangible point. Like everything is on the phone. Like your phone is the Bitcoin. Like your laptop is the Bitcoin. Like it's within a space on tech.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like a Tesla, a 3D printed house, a drone, all these things are tangible. You own it. It's in your house, and you can show it and put it back wherever you put it. So like with like the fintech, the AR, VR, the crypto assets, all those things of that nature, like it's like they have like catered to a market of, I would argue, like college students, not even college, like community-based innovation. So like Bitcoin, it originally started off with companies not really wanting to wait for the traditional 3 to 5 business days to transfer, you know, mass amounts of money to another company or within their own company, so on and so forth. So they're like, how do we get this problem solved? And before you know it, you have Bitcoin. Facebook.
That's a wild way to think about Bitcoin.
As far as them not wanting to wait the 3 to 5 business days to move the money around?
Yeah, because there's no actual companies in Bitcoin.
And like, how do you know that exactly?
It's based on the holdings. Like,
well, wait. Okay, you're saying that there's no companies in Bitcoin, and you're saying based off of blockchain information. You're saying
based on ownership of the coins. Like it's only 21 million owned. Like I mean, made. So like you would be able to know. Like
so, like, are you saying American companies or globally like? Are you saying globally companies are not in Bitcoin?
I'm saying globally for sure. I'm saying China don't allow you to be in Bitcoin at all, damn near, nigga. So I know ain't no companies over there.
More recently, right? But initially, when it first started, that was one of the places you were telling me that you had to go and find a Chinese man to get the Bitcoin.
Those not publicly traded companies, though. It ain't got nothing to do with China. This is just a thing of against the system. I don't think this ever started with traditional business as the way you're producing it. It's peer to peer. It's not B2B. Nothing about business to business. It's peer to peer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it started. So it's nothing about China as a country. Mm-hmm. It's about peer to peer. So even Nigeria is one of the major fucking holders of Bitcoins. Mm-hmm. Somebody like Venezuela is a major holder. It's more so decentralization besides businesses. Like I don't really.
Yeah, when I say that, I'm not saying that they're staking or they're investing in Bitcoin. They're using it as a methodology to transfer. So like even with me and you, when we want to send links, mm-hmm. like sometimes like it's just not able for us to get it from phone to phone or laptop to laptop. It's like you have it on your phone, but it needs to get to the computer. So we go through a medium like Facebook to get the link. That's what I'm saying with Bitcoin. It's like they're not sitting the money on there. They're putting it on there to move it to somebody else. So you can say that's B2B, but I'm not saying it's B2B. It's like one accountant to another accountant. It's like, hey man, do you know about Bitcoin?
Well, it's like that transaction will be on the blockchain. And why would you be trying to move something so fast as a business? How would you go about circumnavigating the whole situation? Because when Bitcoin started, it started in the dark web.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't remember. Like I said, we can go back to cryptography. Right, we go back to older models of actually what Bitcoin got their model from, but it was never industry. I guess
I don't like you saying industry because that's not what I'm trying to portray it as. I'm simply saying that it was one accountant from another accountant like, hey, do you know about this? All right, let's use it. But it's not about like, hey, let's go tell the CEO about this and, you know, try to invest a mass amount. It's like we're using this as a tool. We're not using it to be invested in Bitcoin. Like we're using it simply to move money. Like,
you know what I'm saying though, like if they knew that the tool could do that, they would be invested in it.
No, okay, they're obviously invested now because we're at 46 something. But I'm saying initially
they're not invested though.
When we say they, you're saying okay, because I'm speaking from global standpoint. Because you were just telling me about the guy who sued in Florida, saying that he was one of the originators or the original people that worked on Bitcoin's white papers and things of that nature,
Okay.
right? Okay, so these people, you're saying that they did this. You told me that they did this for a company, a specific company. They did this whole software of Bitcoin, right?
No, I never said that. I'm telling you that nothing started. Even the guy that was arguing that he created, he said he started by himself and he hired fucking programmers to program fucking shit. Never ever did I hear Bitcoin was started by a group of consortium of people. Never have I ever heard that businesses was into Bitcoin. Never have I heard that story in my life. I don't think nobody...
Okay, I don't know what you're missing, but I'm not saying businesses, and I don't know how you're thinking about business. I'm not talking about Goldman Sachs. I'm not talking about anybody that's publicly traded on the U.S. stock market.
I'm talking about any business, because you said the way this was started was from accountants to sending money to other accountants and shit.
Okay, whatever that may be, if you consider your accountant, like, this could be any business. I'm not putting it to the U.S. I'm not putting it to any China. I'm putting it to global standpoint.
I don't care how global you go.
Mm-hmm.
What businesses are invested in the... That's what I'm confused about. I don't really get that angle. MicroStrategy is a major owner of Bitcoin as a public. I don't really get the angle. Like, why do you think that Bitcoin is some secret shit that people are buying? Like, because I understand the dark web aspect of it. So now when you tell me dark web and you start telling me businesses are doing this because they...
When you say dark web, are you talking where they're doing the laundering, the sex trafficking? I'm not talking about that.
That's where it started.
I'm talking about the original use case of it. Why did they bring the developers in? What was the point of Bitcoin to begin with?
Peer-to-peer, decentralization. Decentralization. That's the only actual reason for Bitcoin. Decentralization. Right.
Okay, and when you say decentralization, it means I am sick of waiting 3 to 5 business days, having to ask permission, having to deal with the traditional bank standards of transferring money. Okay, so you're saying Bitcoin started off of what? Laundering, wanting to launder money? Like, what is your aspect of decentralization?
Decentralization simply means that it means that there is Republicans in America that believes in America but believes in small government. Decentralizations believe in small government. They don't believe in trying to rob the fucking government. They don't believe in trying to circumnavigate the system. They believe in trying to make the system more effective. Bitcoin is made to solve the fucking problem of money. It's not meant to send money faster. All that stupid shit. That seems like launderer shit. Bitcoin is meant for a specific purpose, which is decentralization, which we do not want nobody to control your money. We want you to have sovereign ownership of your fucking money. That's what it's all about. When you have a dollar bill, it's a note. You don't fucking own it. It belongs to the Federal Reserve. Bitcoin was created for the opposite reason of that. It's nothing about big business needing to send this shit to that guy. And it's nothing about that shit. It's about little decentralization. Like, we need to keep that in our mind. Stop throwing those narratives out because there's no proof in that. And that just sounds like more scammy nonsense. Yo, people want to send money faster.
No, because I'm just simply thinking from the standpoint of being in college and finding out about the fintech stuff through Snapchat and being like, holy crap, I can tell my mom to get this app and now I can have money on this phone within seconds.
But I'm saying fintech, that Snapchat shit ain't got nothing to do with Bitcoin.
No, it's not. Okay, let me try another one. You see how the face mash, like it started in Harvard and it's because of a social encounter. They're like, hold on, we want to see each other or whatever the case is. And it's like, all right, we'll put it on here so we can all see it. It's one hot spot that everybody can go to. That's the same thing with the BTC. It's like, all right, this is like a convenience thing. It's a hot spot. It's like everybody can go to this. In other words, I don't have to have Chase and you have to have Chase in order to send you money. You can have your banking, I can have my banking. Now we can use a medium to transfer money within 10 minutes or whatever short period of time that you can use that medium of Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. Same thing with the Snapchat. It's a medium now. My mom didn't need Chase. I didn't need Chase in order to do it. But she could have her bank and I can have mine.
Simply got Bitcoin though.
Yeah, but at that time I didn't know about Bitcoin.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So like, all you're doing is trying to simplify it down to your knowledge of things, which is why you keep on saying that you will send money here to It's because that's what you want to do with it, right?
Mhm.
I'm telling you, it's nothing about none of that nonsense, bro. It's about sovereignty and money. The same thing people want to have sovereignty and food. It's not about, I want to get my food in 1 second. No, I want to plant my fucking food. I want to know that this is my food. I want to know that I have ownership of my food.
Okay.
I don't want to, like, when we owned gold back in the day, we didn't care about, I could send my gold faster across the world. That's what, no. It was, it's too heavy to carry my gold. Like, but I want to have my goddamn gold in the reserve, nigga. I want to know that my shit is backed by gold. The notes make sense. I don't need an advance, right? We just heard a brother speaking earlier. He was speaking about how poor people believe in this mindset of fast advance, right? That's just what we look at. But Bitcoin was made for efficiency. Like I said, it comes from the original cryptography situation where, like I said, we already explained all this nonsense. But Snapchat came out in 2011. But like I said, now, see, Empress wasn't saying that Snapchat was before Bitcoin or nothing. Because like I was trying to figure out, like, why you want to tell me about Snapchat? Well, Snapchat is pointless. It's not a fintech. It's a nonsensical fucking
No, Snapchat was the first one to have the Cash App, fintech, and all that stuff that you have now where you can do peer-to-peer.
What do you mean? It was the first one to have it.
I don't know what else to say. They were the first ones to have it. Like, there was no Cash App before that. And yes, I didn't know about Bitcoin. Bitcoin came out in 2008. That was in 2013, 14, maybe 15, maybe 16. I don't know. It was 2014 through 15, possibly.
And you saying somehow it's in your mind, but you saying Snapchat
had an option where you could send money to people.
No, I'm not asking you that. You saying Snapchat came out before everybody. Snapchat was the first fintech brand I hear on the planet.
Snapchat was the first brand that I knew about.
Okay.
As far as fintech.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
I thought you were staking some claim. I was kind of confused. But all right, nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. So I see why you are bringing it up. But I was just saying, like, I wouldn't send no money on Snapchat ever in my life. I don't think nobody should be doing nonsense like that. But hey, we trust the internet like we trust everybody. So
it's nonsense until, like you said, the mRNA it becomes a necessity. It's nonsense until you realize that you need the money.
What do you mean until it becomes a necessity?
Oh, because your Western Union fees are getting ridiculous.
No, but the mRNA person just came back out and said, "Yo, we shouldn't be using it." So imagine you thinking something is good because like you just told me it's nonsense until the mRNA. No, it's not. It's still nonsense. To this day, is nonsense because the person that created it said we shouldn't be using it like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the person that probably created Snapchat will probably tell you in your face like, "What? You said money on there? That's not the purpose of it." But hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you for getting it there safe. I think that's how they'll look at you. Mm-hmm. The same way the mRNA nigga is out here back saying, "Yo, we shouldn't be using it." Like, so like, I don't want you to use it as, same way with this.
Yeah, but I'm simply, we understand that it's both risky because you asked like, why would you do it? Mm-hmm. And why did they use the mRNA? Because initially I didn't want to use it, right?
No,
initially I didn't want to use Snapchat.
No, like you're not listening. Like you're going completely against my argument. Nobody wanted to use it initially or even after the initial usage of it. There was the first people that came out was saying, "Yo, we need to slow down," which is why the first stories that we reported on our fucking newscast was that there was head people in CDC, right, and head people in positions.
But they eventually started using it. Why?
Because everybody
desperation, right?
No, because everybody walked out and they forced it on the public. What are you talking about? Desperation? Like you're not listening to me? Everybody that was in head positions quit. They were not a part of this. The person that created it has been banned off all social media.
Okay.
Like you do not understand that the narrative that you're trying to paint is completely different than what's going on. We didn't use it because somebody said, "Yo, we have to use it because it makes sense." Mm-hmm. We used it because people forced it on people, which is why people are saying, "Why are you mandating it?" Which is why the guy that created it is being banned off every fucking site. He was on Patrick, he got banned. He was on Joe Rogan, he got banned. He was on Facebook, he got banned. He's getting banned everywhere. So your narrative isn't consistent. It's not really consistent. So that's what I'm saying. It'll be the same thing with the fintech dude that created Snapchat. Mm-hmm. What if he came back out and he was like, "Yo, do not send no money on that, bro. When you send money, they track your bank account and they keep you in the system for the rest of your life." Mm-hmm. What if he came out and told y'all that and they banned him off everything? Would you still say, Well, they had to use it with desperation. No, they didn't have to use it. It was desperation for you. It wasn't desperation for the country. It wasn't desperation for
that's
the world.
what I was answering to.
Also, people had to use it because they thought they was in desperation. What you mean?
Yeah, you asked me why would you use something like that? It seems idiotic, but it's like, okay, well, once you are getting charged prices on Western Union and it's taking forever with the traditional bank, you begin to start to exercise your other options. Like, well, how long does this take and how much does it cost? It's so free and it doesn't.
How much you get charged on Western Union?
I don't know, but it was fees to send my money. Like, I didn't get that part. It never made sense to me, and I didn't like it. So when I seen exit, I was like, okay, well, let's see what this is about because I don't like this at all.
You know how the Federal Reserve got created?
Fees.
It was a crash. Motherfuckers had that same mindset you had, and motherfuckers said, "Yo, we're gonna make this shit more," and now we're fucked. I'm just telling you that.
Wait, they're gonna make it more what?
They were supposed to make things more efficient. They were supposed to make it to where that when shit crash, you have some type of reserve. It's a Federal Reserve. There's some type of safety net for you. They promised you all these type of things. Because literally, we just watched the fucking crash of the crash, and everybody lost everything. So they said, "Yo, that's never gonna happen again." We have a system set up that now we have something that'll back you. And everybody say, "You know what? That makes sense. Take all my money." And then now we're seeing that this is a privately owned company. It's nothing good about doing stupid shit just because you think you need to do it. There had to be people around that time saying, "Yo, we shouldn't be going with the Federal Reserve. We should all be staying sovereign. We should all be staying sovereign." Now everybody's saying, "Yo, the Feds want to check your bank account. The Feds want to do this. Yo, the Feds do this." Shut the fuck up. I told y'all already. Stop fucking with them. Yo, we needed to use it. No, y'all didn't, because I didn't need to use it. They didn't need to use it. Thousands of us didn't need to use it, which is why this information is still relevant. When people tell you about the Fed, people telling you that they're a privately owned fucking company, people tell you that this is a private family. People are telling you this shit today. I don't get like how we get so caught up to think that things are right because we did it. Like, we have literally extensive amount of motherfucking history, bro, to show us that we have made stupid ass decisions in the heat of the moment. How can we still keep on saying, "Well, you know, you got to do it because you got to do it"? No, we don't. We never had to do nothing because we had to do it.
Oh no, who's saying that?
That's what you said.
Oh no. You asked me why I was doing it. I told you it was a moment of desperation, and that should entail what desperation is. Like,
what do you mean? What is desperation? It's the same thing I was.
It doesn't stand on a measured and calculated decision. It stands on I was just taking a risk. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh, because I thought the way you were speaking, right, like you were speaking like how.
No, I don't. I'm not even on Snapchat. If you guys want to know, in reality, get off of Snapchat. Like, no, don't use that. I don't believe in anybody just putting personal information anywhere, unless it's the Desperation Act. Like, if you need to do something, you need to do something. But I don't recommend it on no calculated or measured standpoint. Yeah. I don't think it ends well for you because it's not secure. There's no guarantee of your money being insured or safe once it's sent. Like, none of it is guaranteed. It's all risk. So I don't recommend you sending any type of money on Snapchat. I don't recommend you using Snapchat at all.
Man, please keep in mind what I'm telling you. I don't want none of y'all to forget what I tell y'all, bro. Y'all can forget what everybody else in the world tell y'all, bro. Y'all could not listen to nobody. Please, bro. Listen to me, bro. There is millions of examples of people that didn't listen in the moment that felt after the shit was. I'm telling you, bro. It happens every fucking time. Every time somebody makes a decision that makes no sense, they feel it. Right? If you're trading and your shit falling and you want to lock a play with 5 cents or 8 cents, you're going to fucking feel it when it goes back up because there was nothing calculated. There's nothing down there to catch you. And you knew it was nothing down there to catch you. You just did it because you was fucking scared. You have to learn from stupidity. That's why I don't speak for stupidity. If I do anything dumb, I don't come on saying, "Yo, I had to do it. I was desperate." It's stupid. I don't even speak for it. I don't even want to talk about it. We can move on. Right? I just like, if somebody asks me about it and say, "Yo, you did that shit, you was making a bad decision," I'll be like, yeah, that shit was stupid as hell. I don't validate it. I don't tell you no sidebars with it. I'm just completely off it. We have to get like that. I'm telling you, bro. When I look at the people that's successful, bro, they're one way and one way only, bro. They have one mind. The Most High said, double-minded man is unstable and unfocused all his way. Niggas unstable and unfocused in all their ways, bro. Every time you hear somebody tell you some stupid shit, you gotta make sure you look at them in your mind and you say, yo, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And the Most High would never allow me to hear that stuff. You know, that's why Christians say, yo, I rebuke that type of nonsense. They rebuke it. They only want to hear it. Me, I hear it and I just go in my brain and I say, yo, brain, everything you just heard is not from you. Don't get confused. Don't, you feel me? Because usually back in the days, how we did it was your family was around you. You didn't hear outside static, outside nonsense. It was just your family. The teachings of the family just spread it permeated everything. It was a village. Now everybody believes in anything. You can have a house full of everybody believing in it. You can have a house, one person Christian, one person Catholic, that person in the back of Buddhist. It's nothing. Nothing means nothing no more. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, in successful households, it's one way. It's one way. The head leads and everybody else follows. It's not a bunch of da 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 da. And there, like I said, don't get it twisted where I say the head lead and think it's some dictatorship, because there's still where, you know, you give people their leadership in whatever space they're in, but you have to make sure that the way that this shit flows, especially publicly, people, I'm telling you, bro, we do not get this shit, bro, in our community, bro. Publicly, bro, it's prefer that shit privately. The Most I say, if you think it, you do it. So fuck it, you just privately, bro. If you think it, you do it according to the Most High. So I'm not even going to go and explain that shit no more, bro. Everybody rock with whatever they rocking with, bro. I'm not gonna tell none of y'all know what to do this year. I'm only gonna talk about what I'm doing this year, and all y'all can do is come back and listen to me and be like, "Yo, T said he was doing this year. I want to that shit worked out for that," and I'll show you. Oh, it's not. I got me a spin. Get my spin, G. Get my spinny spin. Get my spinny spin. I got me 10 sats. 10 sats. Make sure you add your sats up and get them back. I got me 10 sats. 10 sats. Make sure you add your sats up and get them back. Let me go with my little design. Let me go with my design. So check it out. Coconut. So they say I bought a little bit at basically at 41 cents. It's at 47 right now. Mind you, remember I didn't buy none of this. DAP Radar, they always do good randomly. Any swap. These brothers, I've been seeing them for the last 2 days. Boba Network. I'm like, yo, Boba Network turned up. I don't know what they got going on. Maybe they giving out boba tea with everything. I'm not even sure, family. I got 14 diamonds. I gotta get 11 more. So what that is, like then 11 days of work. 11 days of work, but you know we're not gonna truck. What's that I'm on with the release of Bitcoin back in 2009? The world saw that it was possible to have a currency system without major banks back then. Due to this, we saw a huge influx of popularity in consecutive years. Yeah, so once Biddy came out, everybody was like, yo. Mind you, Bitcoin got their challenge from another cryptography bro. My OG that started from down, I think from down in Australia. Yeah.
because even in the sense of ATMs is technically fintech in a weird way. That's the whole. It's financial technology. So with like card tech, it'd be card tech, car technology, nigga, probably. So the third impact was something that was already under the way. The crisis destruction of distress of people in the financial institution. The crisis just provided the tipping point for the people, specifically young generation, who were much more comfortable dealing with it. Finally, most important of all was the launch of the smartphone, iPhone 2007 to be specific, selling over a billion devices by now, and literally putting the world in a palm of your hands. I'm telling you, everything had to work perfect. Damn near iPhone was the first fintech. Damn near, let me write that boy game too. Came through and get everybody a device, but like I said, you had other softwares because Florida-based fintech companies. One. God damn. Interesting. But y'all got a story about Maya Angelou becomes first black woman to appear on the quarter. Let me read the story. What's that here?
It's like a notebook?
Nah, I thought y'all couldn't log in the notebook. No. It take too long right now. She's the first woman to be featured on a U.S. coin. The Maya Angelou quarters from the U.S. Mint are finally being rolled out. ADC 7 News reports.
On the floor.
You have to make sure you do your own biddings. Last year, it was announced that Dr. Maya Angelou would make history as the first woman to be featured on a U.S. under the new American Quarter program. What the fleck? Under the new American Woman Quarters program.
Who is it by? Washington Post?
Give me a couple seconds to look at this nonsense. Yeah, you can go to any articles, it don't matter. What the fuck is a woman? Yes, men have announced. Man, I gotta get me on these quarters, man. I gotta get me on these quarters, man. 2010 President Obama awarded Maya Angelou. I about to say Obama was on the quarter. I ain't get me no Obama quarter this whole time. Obama, you on the quarter, though, dude.
Who you watching? Okay. Maya Angelou becomes first black woman to appear on Quarter. You can get one now. This article is by Natasha Dado. Okay, so United States Mint Maya Angelou is making history once again. The late prolific poet and civil rights activist who died at the age of 86 in 2014 has become the first black woman to be featured on the U.S. Quarter. The coin is paying tribute to the black rights activist as part of the American Women Quarters program. The United States Mint shared on the site Monday, adding that the Bureau already started shipping the coin. The U.S. Mint is honoring 20 tribalizing women on a new series of quarters, starting with Angelou and Dr. Sally Ride as part of the American Women Quarters program. Angelou and the NASA astronaut will be the first two women featured on the back of the coins, which are debuting in January and will continue in circulation through 2025. During that period, additional coins featuring other honorees will go into circulation. The United States Mint added.
So look, these are RFTs. These are RFTs.
It is my honor to present our nation's first circulating coins dedicated to celebrating American women and their contributions to American history, said Mint Deputy Director Vertrice C. Gibson per this press release. Each 2022 quarter is designed to reflect the breadth and depth of accomplishments being celebrated throughout this historic coin program. Maya Angelou, featured on the reverse of this first coin in the series, used words to inspire and uplift. Angelou gained acclaim for her first book, the 1970 autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. While the new coin still features George Washington on the head side, Angelou appears on the tail side in a position that evokes the autobiography's title. Senator Deb Fisher and Senator Catherine Cortez Masto introduced congressional legislation to create the American Women Quarters Program. In a February U.S. Today opinion piece, they wrote that as U.S. female U.S. senators, our story would not have been possible without these women who came before us. We look forward to being reminded for their legacies every time we see their faces on a new quarter, they added. That's the conclusion of that article. Thoughts?
These jobs going on 2025, like I just said, they RFTs. This is a word that I made up. But if you could look at it in the sense that these are the first couple of ones going out, you can kind of hold these and just anticipate them, appreciating them value. Especially if by 2025 they decide that they don't want no more black women on the coin. You might have the only coin that was made with black women. So you gotta be, I don't know. Like I said, if you get in the quarters, you should get in the quarters. I don't know. There's people that also purchase quarters and things like that. So
you see the quarter.
Yeah, I was just looking at the B-roll just now.
Man.
Oh, it look more silver right there though. When it look more gold, I was like, yo, they switching the quarters up. The gold quarters out here nowadays. But yeah, that's the thumbnail, that silver boy. But I was just watching the B-roll of them actually making it. Shiny quarters. But like you can see at the beginning that it's silver though. But these are the quarters. 7 here too. 7 here. So there's only women going on in the quarters though. I better see Frederick Douglass on the goddamn dollar or something. On a dime or something. Put them on a nickel or something. Man, a penny. Where's the black man at? I'm just bullshit. Don't take me serious. Only thing we see is when I'm talking about Market Watcher.
If you were looking at the coin, there is some Latin writing on there, and it reads E pluribus onem, which means out of many one, or one from many, is a traditional model of the United States appearing on the Great Seal along with a Nunc Conceptuous, which in Latin means he approves the undertaking. Yeah,
let's say that's a common John that they always put on there, which is I think that's also one of the Navy SEAL John. kind of rock with that same thing. But that's America, though. That's why when I hear people trying to be their own people, get out of here. Get out of here, bro. This is a misogyny, man. We love each other down here. We love each other down here because we was the chosen ones. Hey, it may not be everybody, but I'm not getting into that today. It's about making the money. So I seen some crypto knuckleheads. I don't want to say knuckleheads because they didn't do anything, but I don't know what they did. I know they don't know about crypto for sure. I'm standing on that strong as fuck. They don't know about nothing about crypto. So an article, a couple celebrities, namely Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather.
That's why you were sending them on to me. That made no sense earlier.
I told you that.
What, are you going to want me to read them off of my text?
Like I said, you got to be consistent, right? And doing your job. You can't.
Yeah, what you would have just told me you had trouble logging in. I could have got you logged in 10 seconds.
I told you that earlier, which is why when I sent you them, I told you that I was sending you them for the show. Do you remember me telling you that I was sending them for the show?
Yes, I remember you telling me that, but I still was confused on why.
Right before that, I told you that I'm not logging in because it's too much to log in.
You just told me that now, but I don't remember you telling me that earlier.
Yeah, you don't remember anything. You didn't remember that I sent you the articles.
Yeah.
But the company, are you guys into crypto? Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather Jr. sued for involvement in alleged crypto scam. Let's get into this article. The company's executives collaborating with several celebrity promoters made false or misleading statements to investors about Ethereum Max through social media advertisements. Goes back to what I tell you, I don't let people, they don't know nothing. Me personally, I don't listen to nothing nobody say because I know they're lies. Why do I know they're lies? Because they don't think they don't do enough research and they don't care. Why do I say that? Because they have other things that they care fuck about. Just pay attention. Keep doing that shit you're doing. See where it gets you. Don't let nobody try to play you like you don't see them. You look when they hit you with some sneaky shit like, yo, well, you didn't tell me about that shit. You hit them with some shit and say, yo, do that shit you doing. See where it gets you. Right, keep doing shit you doing. See where it gets you. Everybody's gonna end up wherever they belong. I promise. I promise. The greatest gonna end up where they fucking belong. The Most High died because he had to go back to heaven. I don't know where these fuckers gonna go, but they gonna go somewhere. They gotta go. So like I always tell y'all, remain consistent and don't listen to motherfucking celebrities about crypto. What does a celebrity know about crypto? When the last time they need to trade with crypto to make some goddamn money? You ain't doing no trading.
So where did you stop at? What paragraph?
I ain't reading no paragraphs yet. I'm just not opening in the article. All right, so I'm just at the beginning of the openings, right? And we'll do a little quick overview. Okay, why am I talking about?
Okay. Are you guys into crypto? Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather Jr. sued for involvement in alleged crypto scam. The company's executives collaborating with several celebrity promoters made false or misleading statements to investors about Ethereum Max through social media advertisements. Okay, so this article.
1 second, though. 1 second, let me get a date. January 11th. It was first published January 11, 2022. Then 11/22, and they updated it at 6:28 p.m. So let's listen to this nonsense.
This article is by Weston Blassie. Celebrities including boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr., Kim Kardashian, and former NBA All-Star Paul Pierce are being sued over their roles in an alleged pump and dump cryptocurrency scam. According to the class action complaint from the Central District of California, the celebrities listed as well as the company Ethereum Max are being accused of making misleading statements about digital tokens that the company offers. Excuse me. The company's executives collaborating with several celebrity promoters made false or misleading statements to investors about Ethereum Max through social media advertisements and other promotional activities. Okay, so it's a listing. So A, they made false or misleading statements to investors about Ethereum Max through social media advertisements and other promotional activities. And B, they disguised their control over Ethereum Max and a significant percent of the EMAX tokens that were available for public trading during the relevant period.
Why is that important? Because that's where we talk about whales. Like, people always want to talk about whales, this, whales, that. That's why I don't really like black people conspiracy, because it makes no sense. Like I said, I'm consistently with this point. I was in a room one day, a brother said, yo, $10 billion only damn near 1% of $1 trillion market cap. I say, oh my gosh, what the fuck? I didn't even think about the market cap. This whole time I've been fixated on the price and trying to show y'all that, yo, it's just strictly about the charts, blah, 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 blah. But then now when you even see it in relevancy, what is really making it move? What is really making it move? But people believe in nonsense. Something moved because the value, right? How does the value appreciate so fast? Well, the supply depreciates. So I mean, the supply go from 1,000 to 10. Right, so that's how the volume jumps so fast. But a lot of these times with whales, they can't really do nothing. But in things such as EMAX and a lot of these other tokens, or even like I think Solana is one that I like, but I think Solana's a lot of shit like that. But like all of them start out like that. All of them kind of start out, even when they first started out. You got to think about it. Satoshi had 50% of the supply already. He said 50%, or whatever, 50%. Bam, me. Everybody else, it was just 50-50 almost split with the company ownership. Right. But in a lot of these tokens right here, bro, these niggas own almost 70% of the supply. If they were to ever sell, it'll fall off the map. That's where you start looking at it. But within Bitcoin, there's nobody that owns even 10% of the supply. Right. So they can't really push the price down that severely. What pushes the price down in Bitcoin, where you be like, man, why keep on falling? You may think something else happened, and what happens is it's a sell-off. So if it drops levels because a big guy was holding the level, then retail hands say, yo, let me get out the play. Which is why last year, big motherfucking money ate y'all. Billions of dollars from y'all. Think about it. All last year, we act like this was a retail year. Y'all got wiped. I don't even know if y'all in the market still. Y'all got wiped, bro. So that's why I don't want to come in with that investment style where I spoke about this before. What it is? Victim of success. We get into the market, everything going up. You buy dumb shit, the shit go up. You think it's good. Somebody say, yo, stop buying that. Stop trading like that. Stop moving like that. You say, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. Did you make this much money on those? No, I didn't, because that was a stupid play. It wasn't feasible for me, right? So now I want to think about, did you make any good plays on the good plays? You didn't. So now that's gonna come and back bite you when you go into the future. Somewhere like 2022, where people say, "Cause look, bro, people lost money just like y'all won money. Same way y'all was making money, nigga. It was other niggas on the other side shorting stuff that was losing money. I'm just telling you, bro. It's a war. It's a war. Every sell has a buyer. Every buyer has a seller.
So wait, you're saying the reason why the market goes down is due to sell-offs from retail hands?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Every time the market fall, unless you're in one of these coins, like an EMAX or something, where the majority of the supply is in one or two hands, that could never happen. Even with Ethereum, it's still a lot of percentage in certain hands where they say whales could kind of affect it a lot more. Mm-hmm. Something like Bitcoin.
So like, what are you saying about like people or not necessarily people, but businesses that are liquidity providers. Like, are you saying they're not causing the price to go up and down as well?
How much percentage of the supply could they own?
I don't know. What if they have 50 people that each own 10%?
Well, it depends on what company they in, yeah. Right, but if we're talking about Bitcoin in particular, there's nobody that owns 10% by themselves, the Bitcoin supply.
Okay.
So that's not even a number. But yeah, they can have a bunch of people that owns a percentage, and if they come together, that'll be a certain percentage. But then if you say all of that money put together, let's say 5% at the most, because it's $1 trillion market cap. You got to always put that into your mind that it's damn near $1 trillion market cap, even though it's falling. Right, so right now it's damn near like probably like 800. Empress, can you check what it is? So I don't want to keep on being so wrong.
Wait, what are you looking at? Bitcoin?
Mm-hmm. I know the market cap shouldn't be at $1 trillion right now because it's under the number that I'm thinking that it was at, but just let me know the market is so I can get adjusted.
It's currently at 800 billion.
All right, so almost $1 trillion. So how much sell-off would have to actually happen for it to really even affect me? Now, how much percentage of Bitcoin people have? I think about Michael Saylor. I think he got 300K plus on Bitcoin. That's only 1% of the supply.
So if the current supply is at 800, if you put it to 400 billion, that's 50% of the market.
400 billion. That'd be 50% of the market. Who has 400 billion worth of Bitcoin? I don't really know nobody that got 400 billion worth of Bitcoin. And then even if we go and say somebody like Michael Saylor, and then you take all his Bitcoin, what you would do 300 and I think say, dang, my phone just died. But if it was to do, you could just pull up the calculator on there.
I purposely brought a charger in here.
But if it was to do 350,000.
Wait, if we were to do 150,000, what?
Because the market cap is calculated by adding the share price, right? The share price with the amount of supply that's currently out. That's how you get market cap.
Okay.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out if we do that same thing with what Michael Saylor has. And I'm saying that we're just giving the hypothetical number. Say Michael Saylor got 350,000 Bitcoin times the current price right now. How much is that worth? Because I want to see how much a percentage of the supply it is that he has, even if he has. And if you say 300 plus, I think that's all the Bitcoin supply that's made yearly.
So how much?
350K.
Times what?
42, just to make it a simple number. It's at 42.6 with 42 straight.
14 billion. 0.7.
And 14 billion. What percentage of? That's a little bit more than 1% of the. That's probably about no more than 2%. There's no more than 2% of the 1,800 supply. 1,800 billion supply.
So you're trying to figure out what percentage of this is that 800?
And I'm saying there's no more than 2%. So even if you find a way to add 2% to this number, I'm not sure what's easier for you.
806. It's trillion? No, billion.
Billion.
Times 0.0. You said 2%?
Right? So no more than 2%, like I said. So it's not even 2% based on what your calculation is.
It's less than 2%.
So how much could he even move Bitcoin? And he don't have 350,000. I'm just saying, just to say that he bought all the supply in the year. He couldn't even move Bitcoin but 2%. So there's something else going on in the market, right? That's why I was telling you this. It's retail hands. It comes in where other people that don't understand the value, that's trading off other people's narrative, see it falling below numbers. Some people say, yo, if it fall below this number, you got to get out. They get out. Then hit somebody else by fall point. You feel me? It just keeps on happening. But the actual hands that's buying, they know what they're doing. They know the percentage moving. They know that no one person could affect it based on the market cap, right? So they're trading it different. I'm telling you, every time it falls, all you hear is Michael Saylor buying more. You got to think about it. He's buying high. He buying at 50 and shit like that. He buying 56, 69. He don't care. Those are to him. So you have to think about the position that a lot of us are in that was purchasing earlier. You can't let them trick you out of your spot by allowing the number to fall. I think the numbers could be manipulated. That's why even a lot of people that own Bitcoin, like real people that like Bitcoin fanatics type shit, like I guess you'll call them maxis, they don't even look at exchanges, Empresses. They just go straight to motherfucking, they goddamn shit, they own little personal shit, and they like, yo, I got my Bitcoin. Cool, I got my sats. If I want to sell my sats, I can go to Nigeria. Even if I want to sell them, I got a price that I want to sell them for. I'm not going on no goddamn open market. It's an open market. I'm not going on no centralized market. This is decentralized. I'm not, you're not telling me what no price is. They're pushing up their volume. They're doing all these fake numbers. It's not real. Right? So you have to always keep that in mind, bro. When you're a true investor, you make sure that the narrative remains the same. And if you believe in the product, you buy the product 10% off, 20% off, 100, you buy it until the narrative change, bro. Because there are stories like that where somebody had a narrative. He ran all the motherfucking calculations down in his head. He went against the indicators. He probably didn't even use no indicators. He got price points. He got motherfucking lines that he done drew, trend lines, and he got it all. So he believes something is going to happen. And the shit keep on falling, but he like, yo, it's still in the trend. It's still in the trend. Once it breaks that forward, whatever trend that he's been looking at, it was still in, then he switches position. Everybody has to be like that, bro. When the narrative change, you have to change. You can't be like, yo, I believe in this. I got to prove to them that no. You're in this to make money. You're not in this for drama. It's not for something where you be like, yo, I went down and I almost lost my house. Nobody cares. They cares, bro. They really just want to know if you won or lost. You said, oh, they want to know, bro. Did you lose? I can't listen to you. Did you win? I can listen to you. It's a simple game, bro. Empress, are you still in the article?
Okay, yeah. So that was what the complaint read. Ethereum Max is a company that offers ERC20 tokens on the Ethereum network. According to its website, the current price of an Ethereum Max token as of Tuesday morning is points, a lot of zeros, 1961, according to CoinMarketCap. So it's not even 1 cent. Mayweather promoted Ethereum Max on his trunks during his exhibition boxing match against Logan Paul. In 2021, Mayweather says he received a total of $30 million for all the ads on his trunks during that fight. Kardashian touted Ethereum Max last June to her over 250 million followers on Instagram, and Pierce posted about how much money he made from Ethereum Max in the past month on his verified Twitter account last May. Here's a post from Kim Kardashian on her Twitter account.
If you coming in with
I'm sorry. This is Weston Blasey, who's the author of this article. He's posting that Kim Kardashian's Ethereum Max post from June 14, 2021, which she is now being sued for. Are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about the Ethereum Max token. A few minutes ago, Ethereum Max burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emax community. So that was her old post that he reposted. And then this is from Paul Pierce.
Okay, pause that. See, now, what I was initially listening to was like, yo, how can y'all blame her that it's not financial advice? But then she went on to explain that they burnt such and such amount of tokens, 50%, so they're giving it back to the community. So there should be no major stakeholder. And now that they're going back and they're saying, yo, what? Look at this shit right here. Somebody lied. Somebody lied about what the hell went on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even just about the rug pull and about the pump and dump. Y'all completely lied about the situation. You said that somebody burnt all these goddamn tokens. You saying that we supposed to be able to get in, there'll be some fair nonsense going on. But now you telling me that there's still niggas that got damn near 50% of the tokens?
Mm-hmm.
You tricked us. Right? So that's why they're getting sued, because she used all the lingo. This is not financial advice.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky ass.
This is a post from Paul Pierce directly at ESPN. I don't need you. I got Ethereum Max. I made more money with this crypto in the past month than I did with y'all in a year. Truth shall set you free. My own boss, EthereumMax.org. Check it out yourself.
P.
The promoter defendants improper promotional activities generate.
See, but P could get off. P made more. P could stand on that. Paul Pierce could stand on. He's the truth. That's the nickname that Kobe and Shaq them gave him. Mm-hmm. But he can stand on that. Mm-hmm. What did he say? He didn't say nothing wrong. He said he made more than he made at ESPN. Mm-hmm. Off Ethereum Max.
Okay.
It could have been just what they paid him.
I see.
They can't get him.
So the promoter defendants improper promotional activities generated the trading volume needed for all the defendants to offload their EMAX tokens onto unsuspecting investors. While plaintiff and class members were buying the inappropriately promoted EMAX tokens, defendants were able to and did sell their EMAX tokens during the relevant period for substantial profits, the complaint reads. A spokesperson from Ethereum Max told MarketWatch that the allegations were part of a deceptive narrative about the company and claimed the people who were working on the project last year are different than the ones who are presently involved.
Pause that, Empress. What just happened? What just happened?
Switch of hands.
Narrative changes, right? Mm-hmm. As long as the narrative stays the same, we're on the boat. The minute, the very fucking second that they say, yo, it's new ownership, you go research that owner. If you believe that owner, cool. If you don't, get the fleck out. If you go to a college, you got a scholarship, a new coach come in, he revoking that goddamn scholarship if you don't like the way you play. Mm-hmm. You got to understand that shit, bro. You have to use those narratives. You cannot be on some shit like, yo, I bought Bitcoin, I like it. That's why I like Bitcoin, because there's no head. So with something like Ethereum, there's somebody like a Vitalik. Or something like Cardano, there's somebody like a Henson.
Binance.
You feel me? Everywhere there's somebody that steps up and say, yo, this is my company. What's going on? What's going on? With Bitcoin, everybody's like, yo, who own this nigga? Yo, you got to step up. Yo, you got them on your goddamn exchange? That's type of shit they on now. Because there's nobody to answer to, which is why there's this court case going on in Florida where they're trying to figure out these on or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, this is the only way they can actually put forth some type of ad hoc regulation is just penalizing people who promote these things.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, let's see here. Ethereum Max. Okay.
This is more.
Did I miss something?
I was about to say this is something else that look interesting. Let me know.
A spokesperson for Ethereum Max told MarketWatch the allegations were part of a deceptive. Okay, we're right here. A deceptive narrative about the company and claimed the people who were working on the project last year are different than the ones who are presently involved. Representatives for Kardashian, Mayweather, and Pierce did not respond to MarketWatch's request for comment to the story. In my years of representing athletes and celebrities, I constantly advise them that beyond the legal language in any contract, they should always be sure that they genuinely have an affinity for the product or service that they are endorsing. Darren Heitner, professor of sports law at the University of Florida, told MarketWatch in an email referencing the complaint. It is rarely beneficial for someone to enter into an unauthentic relationship with a brand, particularly if that person has accumulated significant wealth throughout his or her career. That is what makes a situation like that concerning. Ethereum Max so mind-boggling.
So he's simply saying, if you had a mediocre career, I can see why you're doing this. But don't take that as you're not gonna get penalized, because people like Clinton Portis, like I said, Clinton Portis is my favorite running back. He had an amazing couple of years, but his career was mediocre at best. At best, his career was mediocre. He getting his ass penalized right now behind that whole PPP little situation. I'm telling you, bro. Big celebrity, made a lot of money, didn't make a lot of money. I was telling Empress the other day that they're gonna sue you, bro. And they could be right or wrong, bro. They're gonna sue you. You're in America, bro. There's a possibility to make some money for nothingness. If you can't prove me wrong, if it's a hung jury, if niggas can't really decide if I actually did it or you actually did it, then you fucked. I'm getting me a little bit of settlement money, and I'm straight with that. Sometimes it's fucked up because it may just only be enough to pay the lawyer and the court off. Sometimes it may just be only that much, because a lot of these motherfuckers, they don't come up off these lawsuits. That's what I'm gonna tell you. But some people do, which is why you keep doing them. It's just like VC. It's just like some VC work, bro. It's just like some real deal VC work, where you like, yo, if I keep on investing in this nonsense, one of these boys gonna hit. And when that boy hit, hopefully I can get 3 times my return. That ain't bad, but that ain't good, because I'm looking 100x my. So the next time this nigga open up another company, because I was one of the first niggas on the first company, I ain't throwing that much. Next time I'm telling him I'm throwing him whatever, because I already figured them out. That's why me and Empress speak so highly on Tesla. Once you figure the company out, and you figured out the leader, and you figure out how he rocking, sometimes you can just rock wholeheartedly with him. Yo, the first time you was out here, bro, I ain't even really grinding under your shit. Let me grab a bunch of it right now. Fuck it. How much is this? 3,000? Yeah, let me get some stuff. You have to get to that point that you like, yo, I need me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Niggas 300 million shares, not 300 million. A lot of shares, bro. Oh, fuck Tesla. There's a lot of shares out here. The complete the circulating supply. Let me get my phone back charged, bro.
Yeah.
My bad, melanated folks. Hey, I'm on my Marshall. Man, check Marshall. Nigga, was say African. You won't call him bro African. Yo, African brother. Yeah, he was just a white guy. Shout out to Marshall, man. So what to do with niggas that play the sports. That's love.
Did you want to read the why Bitcoin Ethereum related stocks too, or you just sent that one to me personally?
I sent that one to you just to show how pointless people is, but you could actually pull that up just so we could expound on something a little bit. I want to do a lot more trading today, but I also got caught up. I want to explain to people, Empress, because the year just started, bro. And we could set ourselves up in such a fucking amazing position that by the end of the year, we'll be looking so lovely. But we're so caught up in desperation this, desperation that, desperation this. We have to get out of that mindset. We have to invest in a certain way, bro. The brother said, bro, if you invest up to where you start feeling anxious, up to where you like, yo, I'm scared, don't invest. Only way you should invest is if you're investing with your strategy. If you have an algorithm, if you have a game plan, if you have something that you were waiting on, that's the only time you fully invest. We're ready for you.
Why Bitcoin and Ethereum related stocks are rising today. This article is by Benzinga. Okay, so shares of several cryptocurrency related companies, including Coinbase Global Incorporated, Marathon Digital Holdings, and Riot Blockchain, are trading higher in sympathy with the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Coinbase is a provider of end-to-end financial infrastructure and technology for the crypto economy. The stock was up 2.77% at $231 at publication time. Also, Marathon Digital is focused on mining digital assets. Assets, it owns cryptocurrency mining machines and a data center to mine the digital assets. Shares were up 3.77% at $30 at publication time. Riot Blockchain is focused on building, supporting, operating blockchain technologies. The stock was up 4.9% at $21 at publication time. BTC Ethereum price action at publication time. Bitcoin was up 2.8% at $42,893. And Ethereum was up 5% at $3,227.
Right. So what's interesting about that, if y'all been listening to the cast back to over a year ago, we told you about stocks like this, right? We said, yo, be very like, matter of fact, I told y'all, we came on here damn near 100 times and we spoke about stuff like Riot. Damn near 100 times we came on here and we spoke about Riot.
Mm-hmm.
We say, yo, if Riot is down a certain percentage the day before, watch it, wait for the reversal. I'm talking about, don't just jump in, but you can just jump in. Say if it's down 5% or 10%, you can buy, lather in though. You put 25% of the supply in. Once it falls, you put 50% in. Once it runs, you put 25% in. Now 100% of your capital is allocated to the whatever stock that you wanted to jump into. With Riot, it's super interesting because it moves with Bitcoin. With Goldman Sachs, it's super interesting because they have Bitcoin on their book. The percentage is what you may not understand though, where some people don't have that much percentage. So right on that situation, they didn't speak about some other stocks that we know about. So that's why I would tune into something like the Patreon to get a lot of this behind the scenes game and extra, just type situation. But we always explain about something like Riot. Riot is a very, very interesting play based on the fact that it performs well within levels. Outside of the fact that it has things to do with Bitcoin, like I said, you can literally just go to these companies and figure out what they do. There's other companies that also have Bitcoin on their book. You have to figure out a way to figure out these companies that have Bitcoin on their books. Because then you will start seeing, oh, snap, Bitcoin falling, they falling. Bitcoin rising, they rising. Then you'll find a way to hedge against Bitcoin in totality. What is always rising when Bitcoin and all my other guys is falling? Oh, this motherfucker right here. Next time this John go red, I'm gonna grab him down here, and then bam. If anything, I'm just hedging these two niggas against each other the whole time. You have to understand that with balancing portfolios. You have to understand that with just balance in general. I think we should call our John Ma'at or some shit, because like you have to understand balance, bro.
Math.
You feel me? That's the key to this shit. You have to understand that, like I told you, there's the overwhelming percentage of people that subscribe to charts, less than 25% of these motherfuckers are actually using the charts. Use people EQ against them. Use things that they think that they see that they're not going to execute against them. Why won't they execute it? Because they executed it before and it didn't work. So now they're waiting. So now the next time that it comes and it presents itself, when it really presents itself, when all signals are flashing, because it's the algorithm, that means that you have multiple different indicators and multiple different signals. That's when you get in. That's when you play his EQ against him. Once it starts running, then he feels comfortable to get back in. That's when you play the EQ against him again and you sell it again. So now he's completely out of the market. He's debilitated. He's demoralized. You just got to be very smart within this game. But yeah, we about to get up out of here because we want to wake up in the morning, because I definitely want to get on some active trading tomorrow. Like I said, me and Empress always.
I'm gonna hold you to that, bud.
Me randomly want to get up. Yeah, that's the thing. I hold everybody to everything. But you know, when you're around people, man, that's what I'm saying. Even the brother was explaining that as a trader, you want to get in places that you feel respected and cherished on your decision, right? You see people looking at your decision and say, yo, that decision was made. I'm fucking with her decision. right? Because even as a trader, those things come into it where your emotions are going through trades. Even if you're not putting them into them, the way you're feeling affects the way you trade. You have to be completely balanced across the floor. You don't even want to be excited. You just want to be leveled. You just want to be right there within a space, like a pocket, a flow state where you're just perfectly excited, but you're just calm with it. It's like smoking a spliff and walking outside in the wind. You know, when you smoke, you feel hot. But then when you're walking outside, you feel the breeze. And it's like just this, you floating type of vibe. But yeah, man, everything we do, bro, is always for the folks, bro. We always want to educate people, bro, and just always want to make sure that y'all understand that, yo, there's ups and downs. Understand if you're an investor or a trader. Make sure you have a consistent narrative and you follow it. When the narrative change, make sure that you're quick to make changes. Don't ever fall in love with a narrative. Don't marry narrative. Marry your wife or somebody, right? You don't marry narratives. Narrative is something that you what is a date? Damn near. It's just something that for the current moment it makes sense. And you just gotta keep that in mind, bro, because a lot of people they get stuck in things and they they always like even when I was hearing brothers talking about cut your losses and things like that. We're gonna run all that down, but we get y'all enough game for the day, man. Make sure you wake up in the morning. As a matter of fact, let me see what's
Yeah, guys, and again, if you're looking for the Patreon, please drop a comment, hit us up privately. However you know how to communicate, hit us up and ask us for that, and we'll definitely share the Patreon link with you. And yeah, we will have you being able to see the directories for our chapters and our different stocks that are elegantly paired with Bitcoin and things of that nature. So if you guys want a little bit more of those details, Patreon.
Yeah, just definitely make sure y'all hit us up if y'all see anything missing and y'all like, yo, I gotta get on this job. Definitely hit Empress up on all our jobs. We got all the different social medias and shit. Definitely get in contact with us. I'm ready for you, Empress.
Alrighty, guys, that is the conclusion of episode 175 of the Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. We will be back on Friday with our Freestyle Friday. Until then, peace.